mimosas from a jug. I'm sure you saw that. And rolling some dice to tell some stories, to simply, roll dice and tell stories, because I think that's what we all like to do. Right? And I hope so, because these...
I hate it.
I hate it, me too, James. All 5 of these people are here because they are part of the dot community. So if you want to be part of the dot community, it's so super easy. Literally, just come hang out with us. We hang out in my Discord. We chat all things. There's places where you can post pictures of your fur babies. We have a place where you can just yell into the void, because sometimes you just gotta yell into the void. Come hang out. That's easy. And Sunday Funday announcements where you can sign up and be a part of this are also available to you. I believe for the next 3 months we're almost full. I think there's 1 slot left in March. So get on that. Come join us in March. I added a few extra hours, so Sunday Fundays moving forward now be extended to 6 hours. 6 hours of D&D, 1 Sunday a month. Oh, thank you for those bits. Thank you. The bits, the Chaos Star is slowly filling. And we're going to talk about how you can help fill that Chaos Star here in just a second.
Of course the Chaos Star is filling.
The Chaos Star will fill first. And it did, in fact, which makes me so happy.
I like blessings.
What's a Chaos Star?
A Chaos James is like, wait, what have I signed up for?
What did I sign up for?
So
this was Sunday Funday, not
Chaos Sunday. Well, okay, so one of the things that makes this game fun is that you can actually affect it. So James is getting a little ahead of himself, but I'll give it to him. Let's just talk about this Chaos Star. So below you have 2 stars. You have the Chaos Star and the Star of Blessing. Thank you for that upgrade. You actually get, I believe, with the subscriber upgrade, you get some fun things. I think the one being, you get little evil now. So now you can also toss little evil dots, as well as fierce dots all over the internet. Congratulations. Oh, more chaos is coming in, everybody. More chaos. So, yay. Where was I? Oh, the stars. 1 fills with bits, 1 fills with donations. Donations help add blessings to the group, and the Chaos Star, when full, adds chaos. It's kind of a race to see which fills first. Oh, look, somebody's shouting out to the weatherman. That's great. Cool. So let's get started. So we're going to go around and meet these awesome people that want to roll some dice and tell some stories. And first up, let's start with somebody you may know who's been here on the channel before. I Am Stiver is here once as our weatherman, and once again as... Who are you today?
I am playing Henry Sterling, who is... he's a human who is just kind of going through a midlife crisis. Think of him as a guy who's like an accountant who gets up one day and says, "No, I'm going to be an adventurer." And that's today. Today he's done it. He was taking his weekend classes at a kung fu temple, public temple,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, one of those things. And that's what he's doing today. So he's decided today's the day. He's going to change his life. He put in his resignation as a scribe.
Oh no. Was it a proper 30 days, or did you
it was the proper 30 days. Henry Sterling is not a man who just ups and leaves his job. Okay. So that's who I'll be playing. And hi everybody. I'm Stiver, James Stiver. I didn't mean to say it like James Bond, but yeah.
This is pretty cool, actually. Do you do that often?
I do. I don't mean to though. It's like, hi, I'm Stiver, James, and I don't mean the dude to pause either, but it happens. And everyone's like, oh, like James Bond's like, yes, like James Bond.
Where's my martini?
Yes.
Well, I drink to you.
Shaken, not stirred.
Stiver, James Stiver. Moving right along, we have somebody that has been in the community for a while. I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Hey, Control, you're playing Tabitha today.
I am indeed, yeah. Hi, I'm Control. I am playing Tabitha von Falstaff, a human con artist by trade, warlock by habit, I guess. So it'll be fun.
Sure. Yeah. Very cool. Anything about your past in adventuring? What accomplishments have you achieved to get where you are today?
For the most part, not getting caught.
Hey,
Um,
that is a feat, and one that deserves to be on your resume.
Although there was a few cons which didn't go quite as I'd expected, so
But
gotta try.
you learned, I'm sure, valuable lessons from them.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. And moving right on down the line to somebody that is definitely a huge part of this community and that you see all around chatting all the time, Paladin Hulk. Welcome. I'm so glad that you are here for Sunday Funday.
I'm even more glad to be here. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Paladin Hulk. I'm a Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday and Geekspace TV. Recently quit being moderator for Roll For It because, it's a lot. And I'm going to be playing Lord Blackwood, Lord of Blackwood Keep. I am a Warforged wizard, and I was created by an older wizard transferring his consciousness into a metal body, and the result was me. I'm eager to get started in adventuring.
Have you been adventuring for a while, or is this like going to be a first time for you as well?
I'm recently starting out to collecting magical artifacts and knowledge, power, even more money, to boost my research to repeat this process so that I may turn other people into Warforged. Because, let's be honest, it's a massive improvement.
This is, it makes me, yep. Yes. I love that so much. We are going to have a lot of fun with that because we'll have ourselves a royal family in here today. And we'll have to see how Lord Blackwood handles them. And next, we have somebody else that I actually played with in one of my very first online Twitch games ever, which is Kelts. Hey, Kelts.
Good morning, everybody. I am Celts. I'll be playing Theseus. He is a Minotaur barbarian on paper. But if you would ask him, he's an aspiring mage or wizard. He's obsessed with arcane artifacts, so I think he and Lord Blackwood are gonna maybe have a little bit of a buddy thing going on, maybe. But he can't do anything arcane whatsoever, and that's usually what sparks his rage, is that none of the trinkets he's collected or spells he's learned work ever, and then it sends him into a kind of a hissy fit, and then he hits things.
That seems useful, really.
Yeah, it's worked for him so far.
And these adventures that you have had, do you call them adventures, or are they simply just routine day-to-day things?
He earns coin as a pit fighter, like a gladiator.
Oh, interesting.
So he's seen some stuff.
So you've seen some serious combat. All right, good to know. Good to know. And last but certainly not least, somebody that has come into the community recently and has brought a super amount of energy and love, Theater Nerd.
Hi, my name is Theater Nerd. You can find me at Theater Nerd in all of the places because branding and it's consistent the most. I'm playing War Turtle. He's a barbarian and he's really, you probably don't want to be around him when he's angry. Maybe I can't do that voice. It's really
I was gonna say, take care of yourself. Yeah, take care of yourself.
But yeah, he used to be called Squirt when he was little. I hope somebody picks up what I'm dropping. Maybe.
Very nice.
He has an uncle named Blaz, whose last name is Toys. But he was in the military before.
Oh.
Before this, he's a veteran. So
interesting. And retired veteran of a military. Did you work for a large?
I would say he's still pretty young. He's probably just on leave.
Oh, interesting. Looking for a little adventure while he's on leave.
Right.
I see.
I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited you're here. All right, so Sunday Funday. So I'm Laura Dot. If you are new to the channel, thank you for being here. Simply showing up is such an awesome way to support. If you don't already, you can hit the follow button there at the top. That way you know when I go live and when we do things like this, play tabletop games. And when I'm not busy telling stories with awesome people like this, I spend my time on other channels telling stories or playing video games here usually. Oh, more bits! It's growing. The star is growing. I don't know why the percentage is not going up, but it's cool. I know how much is there. Once that star fills, it's over, gang. Chaos will ensue. Yes. More importantly, today is about the community input piece, which you can do, as you see, by donating. But one of the really exciting things that you can donate is something called a magical dot. Much like the black spot in pirate lore, you can add to the magical... Uh-oh. It didn't take my magical dot. Oh, it's because it's... Let me figure out if that's the right one. But you can add to the table, which is basically a wild magic sword table that has been created by our community. It's ridiculous. When the wild magic dot happens, it can add a curse, it can add good things, bad things, sometimes terribly impactful things to the game. But more importantly, it directly affects one of the characters of your choosing. So, if you really want to affect everyone, you can first off add to the table so that we can get your dot on the list before somebody actually has to roll for one. Cool. In addition, I'm very excited today to announce that this month in my loot box, in my lootware box, I got this badass robe. Can we just talk about this robe for like 2 seconds? It says Pampered Pawnee. So anybody that is a look at that. And then on the back it says, treat yourself. It is the greatest robe that has ever existed ever. And I'm going to wear it while I drink from this jug today.
Which loot box did you get that out of?
It's the lootware. I get the women's lootware every month. And like, I've gotten some really good stuff from them. But this is by far... When it came through, it was like, somebody stepped it up this month. Somebody knew me all too well.
Can I order that from Amazon, same day delivery?
I would like my wild
treat yourself.
We all need to coordinate now.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, so Sunday Funday clearly has stepped up since the new year. And more importantly, I just want to say thank you to everybody. This is a big day for me because as of tomorrow, I officially don't have a job and I will be streaming full time, which is a very scary and exciting step. So for all of you that are here playing with me today, we're kind of like, I'm literally celebrating. And for all of you out there in chat, I don't know, thanks for being here to watch this thing happen. It's kind of crazy. So to come tomorrow, we'll be streaming. I don't know yet what, but I'm excited to be adding some new things to the channel. So, yeah, thanks.
I think that just sounds like a job change.
Celts!
This is a transition.
Big teddy bear, you're right. It is a huge transition, and it means so much to me that all of you are here to, like, see it happen, I guess. So, here we go. So, all Sunday Fundays take place in the same infamous pub, known as the Ginger Brew Pub. If you have not tuned into a Sunday Funday, it is a strange conglomeration of one-shot stories that all revolve around this red-haired dwarf and her pub. Bruni's Lady Chops. A squat, red-haired dwarf who has literal lady chops that braid down her face. She once was a adventurer, but the rumor is she took an arrow to the knee and no longer travels and adventures. Instead, what she's done is she's created a space where all adventurers, regardless of race or class or alignment... Ooh, Draco! Guess what? We're so close. Oh my god, the star is almost full. It's not full yet. Chaos is about to ensue. Here it goes. Draco's out there, spreading love and chaos. Which seems, I think, appropriate for him. I'm gonna drink to that. Okay, so... Ooh, that's a mimosa.
That thing looks heavy.
It is heavy. It is heavy. It's legit glass.
I think it's the first time I've ever seen someone drink mimosa like they're from like a mountain in Virginia.
Well, if I did it
Yeah,
appropriately...
isn't there a special way you're supposed to drink that? Like
yes, let me type this and I'll show you.
sidestep or something?
It's called, yeah, you're supposed to drink that with more mimosa.
Yeah, with more. Yeah, so this one's actually a smidge small, but like it's supposed to lay on the floor of your arm. You loop it. That's why the pieces are round, like they're usually round, and then you tip it up with your arm, and you chug it.
Isn't there supposed to be a funnel involved somewhere?
Oh, that's just to get it in.
That's
the
if you're in
jug.
college.
That's just to get it in the jug.
If you're at home, you don't use the funnel. You
Yeah,
just
that's on
shove
Shotgun
that
Saturday.
right down your throat hole until you're drunk.
Yeah, the hillbilly side sip. That's
Yeah,
what it's
the
called.
hillbilly side sip. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
I'm learning so much this morning.
So
Didn't
what's-
anticipate
You know what?
This is an informative
It is
channel.
time. I shall drink with you. So it is time, in fact,
yeah.
for chaos. Which seems all too appropriate. We'll say, all 5 of you have made your way to this place. Now, it is a pretty decently sized pub. There is a small inn, like above it, like a few rooms that Brulnice will occasionally rent out, but the main piece of this is a place for adventurers to stop, to rest, to find work, to find some sketchier things if you're looking for it. And Brulnice stands behind her bar. Everything's made of this deep timber and oak. Tables. There are a few adventurers here, but the majority of the current population of this tavern are the 5 of you. I want to know, what's brought you here? You guys could kind of looking for work, first time adventuring. Now, there is a sign out front that says, interviews today. Adventurers needed.
Engo, is it now time to roleplay? Is this when we roleplay?
I don't know, is that how you do this?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Brulnice, hillbilly side sips from her jug behind the bar, sifting through some papers that seem probably far out of her, like, care or understanding.
So I know Henry Sterling is outside pacing. Like, this is a big day. This is a big day. I did this. I'm gonna make this happen. Achieve. No. I will make this happen. There it is. I have my stuff, and I'm ready to do something with my life. That's not copying scribes. That's what I'm gonna do. He's just gonna walk in. Anyone else is doing anything?
Is anybody already inside?
Yes. Me.
Ooh. You see Lord Blackwood. What does Lord Blackwood look like sitting here in Brulnice's pub? And what's brought him here?
I think that Lord Blackwood has noticed that the dwarf is having trouble with the documents, and being a wizard, that's the sort of thing he excels at. So I will be walking over there, and as a warforged, I am a mechanical being. I am made of green wood, and I don't mean like young, fresh wood. It's just the color green.
Oh, interesting.
Why? And fastened to that are like dark grayish metal plates. Not a lot, because as a wizard, I don't wear a lot of armor, because rules. But I'm an entirely mechanical being. Like the face is not very much built for expression. It's just a solid block that projects voice from a speaker. And, you know, the glowing eyes. And I will walk up to the bartender and say, I see that you are having difficulty with the paperwork. Is there perhaps something I can do to assist?
Brulnice looks up at you from behind a jug, and she says, well, it's just that all these people have applied for jobs. Did you apply for one of these jobs?
I am Lord of Blackwood Keep. I have no need of jobs. However, if the job
You're a
promised
lord.
magical artifacts or
I
knowledge
have a
as
job for you. She like
You do?
leans in as soon as she realizes you're a lord. Would I need adventurers, and not just. This is a special mission. It's kind of backwards.
a backwards mission. So we start with the reward. Excellent.
She goes, "Can I show you something?"
Of course.
And she eeks open the back door, and you see sitting behind there is a very large, kind of heavy-set man, and a purple robe. He is extravagant. He is glugging down Brulnice's famous red ale and popping grapes in his mouth. Next to him sits an incredibly beautiful woman. And
You appear to have in your possession 2 nobles.
Exactly. And she looks very, very bored. And Bruni simply closes the door and she says, "That man in there, he has lots of monies."
So you're going to ransom him?
"Oh, no. He's here on his own free will, but he looks for adventurers to set up, well, you see all these adventurers in here? I'm supposed to interview them. I don't know how to do that."
You just pick some that seem competent.
"Oh, okay. Well, I'll choose, you, that one."
A wise
as
choice.
Henry Sterling walks through the door.
I actually bumped through a table and stopped myself. I'm like, okay, no,
that
I am
one-
not nervous. You will achieve today. Oh,
That one and that one. And she points to the war turtle. Tabitha and, okay, Celts, am I calling it the Zeus?
Theseus, right?
Theseus.
You can just call me the.
And the.
You have made excellent choices. Those 2 look powerful. That one looks to be very enthusiastic. And that one is also a choice.
I need to impress him. I don't think he cares which adventures we choose. We just have to make the interviews look good.
Well, you seem very personable, so
Well, I only
call
see
them
a
over
tavern. I
here
hope
and
I
we will
suppose.
continue.
Okay. Well, all right. You, and you, and she points to the 4 of you without even questioning. She says, "I've got free booze. If you'll just come answer some questions."
So I'm gonna pound back my cask of red ale so that it's empty, and then come up and free what?
try to get all the free booze you can possibly get. Yeah.
War kind of just, if he had hair, because turtles don't have hair, he's kind of doing the like, "Are you looking at me? You talking about me?" And probably visibly starts sweating because he's not good in social situations.
Does turtle sweat?
I don't care. He's doing it.
He's glistening.
Yeah. Henry can't believe his luck. He has decided, he just walked right in, and within 3 seconds, he already got an adventuring gig of some sort. Like, all right, free booze. Yeah, I do that. I love free booze. This is everything I want in life. So
Directly behind you, Henry
such an
Sterling,
adventurer.
walks in a broad-chested, very large man. He is a 5 o'clock shadow, and he all but almost runs you over as he bursts through the door. From somewhere, a light shines down on his face. And he says, "I am here. The greatest dragon slayer that has ever slayed a dragon."
Hold on. Is there a hole in the ceiling? I don't mean to interrupt you, great dragon
He
slayer.
says, "I have
but
not
wanna
finished
make
my
that
introduction."
I just worry about the structural integrity is all I'm saying. If there's a hole up there, I'm not sure.
Oh, he means
know
you
what?
th-
This is your moment. This is your moment. I am so sorry.
He says, where was I? "I am the greatest dragon slayer that has ever slayed a dragon. I am here for your job interview, for I am an adventurer. Call me Bert.
Ishmael?
Bert the Dragon Slayer."
Hey, Bert, I got a question, actually. I'm just wondering, how do you quantify that you are the greatest dragon slayer?
Whoa.
Who told you that and signed off on it?
Well,
I'm just wondering.
I
Was
have
there
a
a
resume.
survey done, or was there perhaps...
Well, I have slain many a dragon. He kind of grabs the hilt of his sword. Now, where is these
Yeah,
interviews?
pictures of this? Like, did a bard draw it out for you, or can we see that? I'm not saying I don't believe you, but trust but verify is all I'm saying.
Plus, Bramiso already pointed at all of us. I think the interviews are over.
Yeah, you were really
You're late.
just there, buddy. You were
Brody
just
goes,
there.
he says he's here for the interviews. What do you think, Lord Blackwood? Is he looks rightfully...
Did you hear him boast as he entered? That is a clear lie.
And if we have to sneak anywhere, he's going to give us away. Look at the light coming from nowhere. He just shines all the time.
That is an excellent point, my friend.
Brony looks up and she goes, "You look to be a right fair adventurer, and you can stay and have yourself a fair drink, but, you're a little flashy. I'm gonna go with this lot. And she kind of motions for all of you to come to the back room with the princess and the kind of, heavy-set noble.
Don't be alarmed, everyone. We are about to meet two nobles. So if you have any food crumbs on your face or any bodily functions you would like to excrete before we go, do so now.
Lord Blackwood, can you look me over once? Make sure I'm. Do I have anything on my face? Am I good?
I will be most happy to do so.
Okay.
I really analyze his entire outfit.
There's like a scan from top to
Adjust
bottom.
some things, like retie a little strip of leather.
Yeah.
You are now complete.
Oh, thank you.
War will walk past Bert and be like, run into him just slightly and go, real adventurer here, and just walk by.
Ooh.
I like this turtle.
He should really come up with some less obvious lies than being a famous dragon slayer.
Oh, yeah, the gentleman's like, I will not stand for this! I am Bert the Dragon Slayer! How dare you deny me an opportunity to adventure? And he
Good news, you don't have to stand for this. There are plenty of seats.
he goes, I will see you again, sir. And he pushes through the swinging
Bert,
door.
what was your last name? I think I went to school with you.
He makes a crude gesture as he exits through the
No, I went to school with that guy.
the
He's
swinging doors, and you hear him clop off down the street. He clearly hops on a horse, and continues down the path. The first bit of chaos to ensue. Just wait. It calls for chaos. And she lets you guys in this back room. When you enter, you see exactly what Lord Blackwood saw in that brief second when Brulney sprang the door open. The large gentleman attempts to get up from his seat, but doesn't do so very well. Gives up midway through and sits and says, yes.
Greetings, my lord. I am Lord Blackwood, Lord of Blackwood Keep. To whom do I have the privilege of speaking?
I am Lord Henry of Fogspire Forest.
It is an honor to meet you, sir.
I've never heard of you before, but your posture and such, yes, okay. I like him. He looks at Brunice. Now, the rest of them, what is their, you? And he points at Tabitha. You're quiet. What do you do?
I'm a lady in the, in the service of the Duchess of Legit. I'm just here looking to see what's going on.
Oh.
I heard there were some cases going on. The lady's interested in things.
As I see. Okay, good answer. All right, you! And he ports to War Turtle. What are you?
I'm a turtle, sir.
Oh, and you adventure?
Well, I'm in the military. This is my time, my leave.
Oh, I like this. He kind of whispers over to Brunice. Yes, military, nice perspective. And you? And he points to Theseus. And he says,
Well,
what is the most dangerous thing you've ever done?
I chopped off a giant's toe.
Oh, that's really
Oh,
good.
he did do that.
That's really good.
He brought it back. We ate it for weeks. The jerky was incredible. He goes, oh, yeah, beef toe jerky.
Oh, you guys have had toe jerky before? Is that what adventurers eat? Oh, that's great.
And,
Really should try it. It's quite good.
it is good.
Going to.
He says, yes, okay, that is very brave. And you! And he points right at Henry Sterling.
Who he probably has the mug of free beer in his hand, and it just kind of like spills on him a little bit. Like, yes, Henry Sterling. I am adventurer now. As of now, like right now, I'm evident.
So you're fresh.
I am in transition.
Have
Fresh.
you adventured before? Freshly.
Well, I don't mean to brag, but I have taken a couple of vacations out to the mountains and hiked up the mountain, got to the top. You know, I spun my arms around like so, and then I went down the mountain. It was an adventure, but I'm ready for this one. You know, where you actually punch things. and
He
stab him.
he leans
He
back
get-
and whispers something in Brunice's ear. Everybody can make a perception if you want to hear what he whispers.
I won't because I feel like that's rude while I'm in the center of attention, center of their attention.
All right.
If it helps, I've been going to Kung Fu Community College for the last 2 years. The local chapter. They do free Thursday nights.
All right, War Turtle and Lord Blackwood, you hear him whisper, "We're going to need a new one too. They could potentially use him to test out the traps and things. You know, for my daughter's sake, she will also be new."
You are quite correct.
He says, "I'm sorry, were you speaking to me?" As he was like, leans away from Brundis.
Was I not supposed to overhear your little conversation? I apologize.
Oh, this is awkward. Do I hear any of this? I'm going to just pretend like I'm not hearing any of this.
The girl stands. This beautiful woman who has kind of tried to stay out of the limelight, but when she stands again, there's this strange aura that happens around her. She says, "I am Princess Penelope Periwinkle."
Proper princess name.
"My father feels that I am incapable of adventuring. I told him my greatest dream was to find adventure. He says that to do so, I must undergo a test to be able to prove whether or not I am prepared for the real challenge." Her
Princess, I feel like we're in the same boat here.
"I would
both
never
went to
get in a boat with you."
Wow. I mean, you don't even know me. I'm just saying. You don't know me.
No.
But
No,
He's-
really, I
he's
just
quite-
don't. I can't swim.
oh,
He's quite powerful.
Getting
I
into
watched
a boat
him.
is most advisable if you were to go onto the water, if you cannot swim.
I can teach you.
Well, I have a
Or
better
not.
idea.
around her or something, and
We
tie
are
that-
funding a large project. It will be my greatest masterpiece. My father is funding a dungeon. He is paying for me to have a trial. You are going to deliver and build this dungeon so that I can go through it and prove to my father I am worthy to travel.
Building a dungeon seems like a large undertaking. We would have to build traps and capture monsters to put in this dungeon.
Oh no, we already have those out back.
Excellent. That will make the task much simpler.
We in addition have a very strange magic item. We procured it from a estranged wizard. And she hands two things. One, a small box, which I'll get to in a second. I say small, it's kind of a long, but a rectangular box. And then she hands over a wand. Who wants to take the wand? Great, Lord
I'm a
Blackwood. She hands it straight over to you, no problem. And she says, "This wand has exactly 4 charges
Of which spell?
of a transportation spell that will get you and anything you are in contact with back to the next location. It has been pre-programmed, so to speak. 1 to get you to the front of the dungeon. 2 uses for inside the dungeon as you see fit. And 1 for transportation back.
Is the dungeon very far?
Yes. Part of my trial will be the travels to get to such a place."
While she's explaining this, can I grab the box?
Sure, yeah.
So I'm going to grab the box. And what does this one do?
She
I'm
goes,
just
"Oh,
gonna
no,
start
don't
shaking.
shake that, no! Oh!" And she, kind of gingerly takes it from you. She pries it open, and it's got a series of small ceramic jars in it, along with 2 paintbrushes. These paints are delicate and very magical. She says, here, let me show you. And she kind of dips it in a couple colors, and right on the table, she begins to paint kind of a 3-dimensional flower. And then a vase that it goes in, and once it's done, it comes to life. It becomes what it is that she wanted it to be, and she simply plucks it from the vase and slides it into her hair. You can make
That is the
things.
coolest thing I've ever seen in my very short career as an adventurer so far.
And she says, these will also be of use to you. When it is done, whoever returns from the task of building this dungeon will get the reward. Which is this. And she she kind of gestures over to what is a small chest on the table. Probably about yay big. And she opens it up, and it is filled with gold and jewels and magic things. Small
Oh my
trinkets and
goodness.
such.
Hold on. I had to catch myself on the table like, oh, I've been minimum wage my entire life. This is more money than I've ever seen in one place.
She says, well, Father allowed me to use my allowance this month to fund the endeavor.
Oh, your allowance this month.
There appear to be magical items in that box. Do you mind if I verify?
By all means. And she kind of pries it open. You can roll an Arcana or an Insight on the items.
Pass. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, when you do, there are about 3 or 4 trinkets in it that light up and glow as if they are magical. The rest of it seems to just be gems and jewels and pretty average stuff.
If
Lord
I have
Blackwell,
a
please
vague
tell me.
idea of their power and perhaps their function.
That's true. Okay, there is a wand in the bottom. 2 of the items seem to be statuesque in nature, so you don't know if they're, like, cursed. It doesn't feel like bad energy. Most of this seems to be all good things. You can only imagine maybe a blessing of some kind or a totem. And then there is a ring at the bottom. That seems to be very magical.
While this is going on, Tabitha will, if possible, try and get her hands on that box of paints.
Oh yeah, she's like put it all out on the table. She seems to be working with you as much as possible. The ring, Lord Blackwood. I guess I should tell you this based on that spell. You recognize that it has some kind of buffering qualities, safety, protective measures.
Abjuration.
Correct. Here we go. So, you reach at the paints. You can pick them up. She lets you kind of mess with them. She had put the brush back, little bamboo brushes.
Princess Perry.
Princess
Pinky.
Penelope Periwinkle.
I just have one question for you. How will us going through your dungeon help you say you can go through your dungeon?
Oh, no. It's not about you going through it. It's about you setting it up. I want real adventurers, people that have seen the dirt and the grime to put it there. You know how adventurers think and react, so you are simply setting it up.
So you want us to try to set it up to hurt you?
Correct.
Will you be having a team to help you go through this dungeon?
Maybe.
Or will it be just you?
Daddy, will I have a team? And he goes, of course, sweetheart, whatever it is you would like. Sure, I can always buy
Just
a
don't
team.
use Bert or Bart or whatever that guy's name was that was here.
Not Bert the Dragon Slayer.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, Bert the Dragon Slayer. Again,
Shiny
no
man.
one's verified that he is the best dragon slayer. I mean, maybe he is a dragon slayer, but has anyone seen these dragons? I haven't seen these dragons. Sorry, it's a sore subject right now.
There are better adventurers. I'm pretty sure I could beat him in an arm wrestling fight.
Oh, I don't want to actually fight him or anything.
Is
I'm
that
just-
something adventurers do? Fight with their wrestling arms?
Oh, I do too. Yeah, no, it's me.
I promise not to hurt you, princess.
Daddy, can I? And he, like, gives you the eye. He's like, sure. And she's like, oh, how do I do it?
Stick your hand on the... Is there a table back here?
There is a table, yeah. Okay.
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 And put your hand in mine.
Okay.
And then somebody tells us to go.
Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Go.
Who's gonna win this?
Where are we going?
He pushes against her hand just slightly because I'm.
And then this works.
Yes.
Okay.
I've done it in my time in the military. We often don't have better things to occupy our time with.
Oh, so you hold hands and flex your muscles.
Exactly.
Oh.
A great way to describe it.
And he's going to look at Lord Blackwood and ask him to count to 3 and tell us to go.
Okay.
I will do so.
We can roll a contested strength if you would like.
He's gonna purposely fail to make her feel good.
Okay, good. All right, yeah.
Because he would. I have a 19th strength. I'm pretty sure I would break her in 2.
Probably. She's all charisma based, but yeah. So she's like, "Okay, Daddy." And he goes 1, 2, 3. As she like and smashes your hand down. I will roll. She doesn't have she has no strength, so I'm not gonna roll a strength, but I'm gonna roll a d20 just to make sure she doesn't flat out botch it. She did roll a 3. But
he's offering no resist. Well, maybe just a tiny bit.
Tiny bit.
Oh yeah,
You
you
can
just gotta
see
make
she
her think
probably
that she's
still like
earned it.
struggles. She's like and you even have to let up a little bit more at a 3, and she finally plunks your hand to the table, and she goes, "Oh, I did it, Daddy! Did you see?"
My God.
She's a good adventurer already.
Mr.
My God,
Lord,
Princess, you are so strong.
I didn't even
you have
know.
questionable parenting tactics, Mr. Lord.
I do not have children.
Oh, the other Lord.
The other Lord.
Ah, yes, I see my mistake.
That tickled me. So she says, "Okay, well, I would like you to begin now. You're welcome to take a look. The crates and the critters are out back."
Crate and critters?
Yes, of course.
if
The selection of monsters you have to place inside of my dungeon.
It shall be so.
So is the dungeon already set up as in the mazes and all that stuff? Or do we actually have to dig that or find like
Oh,
get
I
a
would
third
never
party
ask a
vendor
team of
to come in?
adventurers to dig. No, instead, I purchased a cavern from a drow.
Okay.
Oh.
Are they still there?
The drow?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, at least you're honest with us.
Drow are notoriously untrustworthy, so we should be wary.
I have one more question. Is there like one more freeze booze we can get on the way out? Or
Bronies is
this
already
the
filling
only-
up your tankard.
Oh,
I should
good.
say that.
Oh, man.
Well, I think we should drink to setting up a dungeon and the safety of Princess Penelope
Oh
Periwinkle.
yeah, I have every faith that she's just gonna kill that dungeon.
It is
Everybody.
unwise to use toxins right before a job.
Oh, I've heard exact opposite. I thought you're supposed to drink all the free booze.
I've always
before you
wanted to
do
drink with
anything.
adventurers. How do you
Oh.
do it?
I don't know. This is my first time.
Oh, mine too.
Let's take a survey. How do you do it, Lord Blackwell?
I do not drink because I am not an organic being.
Well then,
Dead.
should I? I feel bad now. Like, is there something you can do to get intoxicated? Like, is there
I
a
suppose I could damage my brain physically.
is there a low humming that really does it for you? Is there
I do not believe so.
okay. Is there like a cart that you really fancy, or I don't know, some kind of contraption?
Cart? No.
Okay. All right. How about you guys? How do you drink? Do you drink before?
I do it with my pinky out.
Right. That's not an adventure thing. I read that somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
adventurers
I'm
don't
pretty sure.
pinky out.
No.
Oh,
Never pinky out.
so you just all the whole way around it.
Well, stop me where I'm wrong, everybody. This is my first time drinking with legitimate adventurers. So,
So I pick up, and you can tell he's starting to get angry. So he's like been breathing this entire time because he's like, "What have I gotten myself into?" not people that we should be doing this with. I stick my hand in the handle of the tankard, and much like arm wrestling, instead of moving my arm sideways, I move it up, and he'll take a drink.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. It's a very fluid motion. Okay, I shall try it.
What about you, Tabitha? Do you drink?
Yep, I
Heavily?
understand that for adventurers, the trick is one drinks as much as possible, and if you wake up the next morning with no memory and most of your money gone, that you've done well. You've won.
Oh,
I've
I
heard
have in the
same
past
thing.
woken up with very little memory.
well, Daddy does that all the
terribly bad.
time.
I keep
Oh.
waking up with extra money. I'm not quite sure where from. Very, very
All right. Well, everybody clink we're gonna clink our glasses one more time,
Oh,
and
we
let's
click them.
let's make a dungeon that will not, well, maybe
will
kill
kill
Princess.
Princess Penelope Periwinkle.
I am properly motivated for this job.
And she takes her glass, which is probably actually Brulnice's jug, and she sips from it, spatters and coughs. I have to save. I'm drinking through a mimosa too quickly. I have to save some. All right. She says, "No, Daddy, I will be late." He says, "Oh yes, of course, honey." And the two of them get up. He waddles out with his daughter. Yeah,
Where are the critters?
out back.
What have we done?
Bruni
Let's go see critters.
shows you the exit out, kind of the back kitchen area and the preparation space, and the butchering block, to the backside of Ginger Brew Pub, which actually overlooks a very large, kind of beautiful, rolling hill set, and off in the distance you can see mountains, many miles. And sure enough, there sit about 5 or 6 crates out back. There's just a few different ones. A very large one that would hold some kind of animal large enough to mount, that even the Warforged could potentially ride. Big. A couple square crates, and there is a carriage, as well. Something you could put a few of the crates on. The larger one wouldn't fit, but...
It seems odd that we have these carriages when I have this wand to teleport us to the dungeon.
Maybe those carriages are for taking loot out of the dungeon afterwards.
Do you think we also need to put loot in this dungeon?
Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
maybe not for the princess, but if she's hiring adventurers, they're gonna expect pay.
Did they specifically say to put loot?
I do not recall.
No, it's
No,
not in the job description.
Then I say we keep the loot.
Good call.
Did we actually sign a contract or something? Does that happen do people just ask us to do things and we just blindly say, okay, yes?
It was a verbal contract.
That's
These
the
are
whole
Plausible
thing?
deniability.
Mhm. Okay.
If something happens to us they had never heard of or seen us before, maybe.
Also, so you have to use the wand and you have to be touching anything you want to be transported, right?
That is my understanding, yes.
So how are you going to touch all of us to get us there?
I will
And-
not. You will be touching me.
You're
What?
right. I will.
That is allowed. As a mechanical being, I have no shame.
I have no shame either.
Okay, wait.
you are an
Everybody
advanced
raise your
being.
hand if you have shame. No?
I'm pretty sure that War has already been trying, loading some of the crates into the sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, you're good.
Words. Into the carts,
Oh, yeah.
and he's not super smart, but if he's going to be if we have to take all of this stuff to the dungeon and get all of us to the dungeon, wouldn't it be easier to just
Everybody climb on the cart.
put everything in the cart or carts?
Yes, I believe you're right.
This seems wise.
Man, this
I
is
was gonna
great.
say
Making
we
decisions,
all hold hands.
figuring
right.
things out. Was that our first puzzle?
We did it.
This is great. We did it.
So, start by... So, the crates that you would probably be able to lift are about your size. Like you can kind of get your arms around them and like you're putting them in the back. Roll an insight, because as you pick one up, it starts to like, and it's like wiggling.
We should definitely check what is in the boxes before we move it.
Yeah.
Oh, a 21. At a 21, you know for a fact there's got to be a goblin. There's no sound in the world like that of a goblin in distress.
Well, I'm not in the human or goblin trafficking business.
Does anyone here speak Goblin?
I think my lord would be very upset with me if I trafficked goblins.
No goblin trafficking.
Yeah, I hear it's kind of a problem in these parts.
No. I do speak Goblin. I took 3 years of Goblin language class over at South Community College.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think I could do this. Mr. Goblin, sir, or Lady Goblin. I don't know your gender, and I do not wish to offend you. Person.
I am a female goblin, you piece of beep. She's very angry.
Kappa.
Did she beep
So-
herself?
She beeped her. It was so profane. She beeped herself.
And I gotta turn to him like, look, I'm not sure what she just told me, other than I don't know how you would do that with that kind of item. But yeah, anyways, Lady Goblin. Hi. If you could calm down, all we're gonna do is put you like caves, don't you?
No!
What? How do you not like caves? I thought all goblins like caves.
That's goblinism!
That is goblin racism, and that is my fault. I am so sorry.
I'm a sorority sister!
Oh.
For Delta Phi Goblin!
Oh, you're a sorority sister.
That makes a lot of sense.
I've heard about you from that charity stream like 3 weeks ago.
Right here on this channel.
Everybody, this is a sorority goblin. Does that make any amount of sense to anyone here?
I think I might have heard of.
Sorry,
If you
Goblin.
want to roll a history, you guys can roll a history for goblin history and see if you know anything about the goblin sororities and fraternities.
Yeah, and I relate with fraternity and all that stuff.
Nat 20.
Oh, and nat 20. You know for a fact, just like you know the sound of a goblin, that some goblins of higher stature that don't live in mountains, they do have a ritual, coming of age, where they join fraternities and sororities. And this is potentially a young goblinette who may have been taken from her sorority sisters or was basically probably miscategorized.
Okay, so this is a coming of age thing. And I feel like the princess is also having a coming of age.
I think I've read about this in a novel somewhere.
About wanting to become an adventurer like we all went through at some point in our lives.
Well,
So,
I'm right.
tell her that there's this really cool princess who probably fit right in the sorority, from my vague knowledge of goblin history. And she should just go along with us, and we'll let her out of the crate if she just cooperates.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Oh, no.
Stop me where I'm wrong.
Oh, no.
What if we just let her out now, because this kind of feels wrong that I can talk to her and she's right here talking to me, and I don't really, I don't have any goblin friends, but they feel like nice people anyways, or goblins.
Well,
Anyway.
you don't want me talking to her.
There's a
Why?
hole in the side of this crate, this like wooden crate that she's been captured in, and you can see she's stuck her eye up to the hole, and it's like all but sticking out, and she's like, I see you!
I see you too.
Highly illegal.
Calm down. You are freaking me out right now, and I don't need this. This is my first day of the job.
Oh, she says, I'm so.
I am sorry. I don't know where that came from. That was,
Did the goblin perhaps commit a crime to be sentenced to this?
I think I remember what this might be. A hazing ritual.
I have
I
heard
don't
of
think we
those.
should take it out of the box. I think we
Do
should
you
leave
want
it in
to
the box.
ask it if it has committed a crime?
yeah. Let me, excuse me, Madam Gobliness. Goblinette.
What?
Goblin.
Goblinette!
Goblinette, I am so sorry. Look, we are having a bit of a communication issue, you and me. We
Try
should talk-
Because
Goblin.
your goblin accent's the worst.
I am working on it. It was South City Community College that I took Goblin. Okay, you should be happy I even took it.
I thought you went to Kung Fu
Learning your
Community College.
language. I love your culture.
What?
It's a beautiful culture.
She's like, can
Oh,
I just
beautiful.
please come out of the box?
What were you doing to get yourself in a box?
Oh, nothing.
I don't believe you when you say it like that in an intonation.
Oh, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to ask you one more time because
Okay,
you are.
I might have. I kind of potentially stole some things
Oh Lord,
from the princess
you did not.
for
You
the
did, didn't you?
dance.
You did.
It was the
Was it-
homecoming dance.
Did you say Lord of the Dance?
No, I said homecoming dance.
Okay. Homecoming dance. Okay, I thought you said you were Lord of the Dance, and I was like, you need to prove that.
No, you're coming
you are
out of
Lord of
this
the
crate
Dance-
right now.
Coming right now. We are getting you out of the box. All right. So, okay. So there was a homecoming dance,
Yeah.
and you stole. What did you steal?
It's her jewelry, her shoes, her
Oh, wow.
lipstick,
Wow, you were really going to town.
and her
Okay.
undergarments.
Wow. Really? Could you
Typical.
fit in her undergarments? Is that a thing?
Are
Like,
you
is the
goblin
body-
shaming me?
No. No. I was not shaming you. And by the way, you are a very, very cute goblin. Your eye is very cute. I can't see the rest of you right now, but the eye is a very cute goblin eye. Yes.
You
Anyways,
can open
I-
this crate. You can see more.
Whoa. All right. Look, I don't know if I swing goblin way. I don't know that yet. I don't know that about myself.
What you
Honestly,
know,
I'll bet it's
goblin?
You,
I don't know the rest of that saying because it doesn't really exist, but I could prove it to you.
I'm trying to find something that rhymes with goblin that I could go for. I don't know yet. I don't hear it in my mind. Anyways, let me tell my friends here what's going on, okay? I know. Whoa.
She starts like beating around in the crate again.
Everybody, she stole some shit from the princess.
That is perfect.
Does that
will-
mean we keep her in a box?
Yes, because if she stole from the princess, she has been around the princess more than we and knows her better. We can tailor the dungeon to her.
But maybe
She might have
if
fears and attachments that we can exploit to make the dungeon extra challenging.
But maybe if we let her out,
I love
she'd
you, Lord Blackwell.
cooperate with
I don't know
us.
if you can feel the same for me, but I love you.
I do not experience love, but I have a deep respect for you.
Well, my excitement sensors are tingling for you, sir.
It is good to hear.
I think at this point, War is going to make his own decision
Mm-hmm.
to open up the crate, and
You pop it open.
yep.
It takes a little bit of pressure, but you're pretty strong as barbarian. You're able to like lift the nails out of it. She all but
Well, I have claws.
claws.
too.
That's right.
As
Yeah,
she's doing that, I was like, I'm going to turn back to the guy. I was like, we're going to let you out now. This was actually one of my decisions, so don't hate. You should know I'm your friend now.
she like all but burst free. Out of the crate onto the top. Her hair is standing on end, probably was fixed at one point. Her makeup is like running from all the tears, dark black eyes, and she's like, she's
Wait, hold
chained
on,
at the
hold on.
feet.
And I'll be like, what is your name, Goblinette?
I'm Henrietta.
Henrietta. Well, I'm Henry. Nice to meet you. Look,
Oh,
how
really?
would you like to
Oh,
be?
you are Henry. Just kidding. I forgot. That was total.
Henrietta, listen, I'm Henry, and I can't help but feel that you just made your name up on the spot because you saw my name.
It's
That's
collective.
fine.
It's my subconscious.
It's your subconscious. It's fine. I have a very important question for you. Would you like to be a contractor for hire? We're building a dungeon that's supposed to.
I just wanted to be a goblintologist.
Well, you could practice
I
on
can,
this dungeon we're building.
I can do their hair.
Yes, I didn't know what that meant before when you said that word, but now I know.
Cosmetologist changed to
Everyone
a
is-
goblinologist.
So instead of makeup, you paint their faces with goblin entrails. Is that what I am hearing?
Does he? You speak up? Yes, what the robot
I have been
said.
translating at breakneck speed this entire
You'd be
time.
like,
That was too good for me not to react to.
yeah, no, she goes,
No, it was too perfect.
What the
He
big
said
one
something about how wonderful that your makeup practices are. All I'm saying is, how would you like to help us make this dungeon, even though you don't have the right skill set?
Is that where they're taking me? Is a dungeon?
Yeah,
We needed a skill set.
you guys need a skill set. Yeah.
Your
Theseus
story
gonna drop the
sounds-
crate he was holding and go back into the tavern to get more ale.
Okay.
there's like a keg right there.
Oh, then
All
yeah,
right. How
You
about
just
this?
like tap it. You probably
just
like, reach in and
disapprovingly
tap.
shaking his head.
And there's a
Henrietta,
skill set
I
right
can't-
next to that you can take along. So
Hey, everybody. So apparently she's a hairdresser, and I don't know if she really fits the skill set we need to make a dungeon. I've been trying to recruit her, but I think we just let her go and have a peaceful, happy goblinette life.
But
What's
as I
a
said
dungeon
before,
without
her
goblins
knowledge
in
of
it?
the princess can be useful. And as a cosmetologist, she can change the appearance of the monsters to be more terrifying or appropriate to the princess.
Oh yeah. Hey, Henrietta.
Yeah.
We're supposed to put a bunch of monsters in this dungeon that we're making. How would you like to do their hair? It's like a fashion show for you. How would you like to make it as your resume builder?
Oh, like a portfolio piece.
Like a portfolio piece. You get to make whatever crazy crap you want to happen with the, I don't know what we have. Maybe a bugbear. Maybe we have some, whatever.
Oh,
think about-
no. This crate right here?
And she like pats a crate.
This is a gelatinous cube. And this one
Okay.
right here?
And she kind
Oh,
of
you-
walks through and begins identifying what all the different crates are.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah,
no, I'm
she's
translating.
she clearly either overheard them or has some kind of sensory piece that's kind of letting you know the different critters. So she kind of goes down the line.
Gelatinous cube. Oh, don't touch that crate. That's a mimic.
Mimic.
The crate is the mimic.
Okay.
Right.
Why wouldn't they
Write
put
crate
these
that
down
in
on
a
the
crate?
crate.
What?
No one touched that crate.
Hold on. Does any Tabitha? Do you have a some kind of pen or a pencil or some kind of, I don't know what we use in Dungeons and Dragons, something to etch into this so we can actually describe the crates. So let's mark
label
them.
them.
Label them.
Henry,
Yes.
you're so smart.
I was also a project manager for the scribe service over. I don't know if you know that. That was my job. I just realized that by myself right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, she keeps going.
Gelatinous cube, and we have a mimic.
Mimic, gelatinous cube.
She's like, these two are full of skeletons.
And she kind of points to two that are kind of longer.
They activate when you open them.
Oh, I
We
love
should not open
skeletons.
them.
And then she
You're right,
goes.
Lord Blackwell, but I love skeletons so much. I've been reading about them in all my books.
She goes
You
over
actually
to
possess a skeleton. It is inside your body.
She goes
So
over
if you love
to
skeletons, you love yourself.
the big
You
one.
know what? I've never thought about it that way, Lord Blackwell. You put me into a spiraling sense of self. Thank you.
Tabitha's been following along behind the goblin, using the paints to just paint like very carefully, like little tiny pictures of them, but
Aw.
not complete.
Oh, I
That's
love it.
Not complete. So they're almost done. and
Almost done. So they like stay. Yeah, that's really cute. Yeah, you have these little like cartoon versions of what's in it. So what did I say? Mimic, gelatinous cube.
And
Skeletons.
skeletons.
skeletons. Skellymans.
She gets to a big one at the end, and she says, "How did you know it was a bugbear?" And then right next
There's
to
always
it,
a bugbear.
right next to that is a right next to it is a smaller box, one that actually could be like easily picked up and carried. And she goes,
Yeah.
If I was you, I'd leave that one behind.
All right. Look, okay. Well, first off, here's what I'm thinking. Do you have, Henrietta, do you have friends that could potentially help us with this? Be artistic friends, like some of your other goblinettes who can come in and they help us like make this dungeon just pop. You know what I mean? Like I want this to be the best
You want
looking.
me to drag my sisters to a dungeon? We only
Well-
do that once a month on Saturdays.
Could you do it a little earlier? I mean, but also this is think of it like a portfolio piece. All right. Don't have to worry about the rest of them.
Where are we going?
Oh, where are we going? I have no clue. There's a wand that'll take us there.
It
That's
is
right
this wand.
That wand will take us there.
It is magic.
It is also magic.
Broly's comes out of the back and she's like, "You're not gone yet.
I told him not to open the box, and they opened the box.
You let the goblinette out?"
Yeah, she's a contractor now for us. She's gonna make the dungeon pop.
I can put her back in the box.
We don't need to put her back in the box. She's
Broly's
fine.
like rubs her temples. She goes, "I don't care. Just get it done. The base of the mountains yonder." And she kind of points over her fields of wheat where clearly she raises the barley and stuff that she uses to make her brew. And you can see, like I said, the mountain range kind of on the horizon. She's like, "You can't miss it. Just follow the path or use the wand or something."
A failure to have a plan is a plan to fail. We are trying to plan right now. And then we will be great. We'll be wonderful. We'll have a beautiful dungeon that the princess can either die horribly or not die horribly going through.
Right.
I shall consider the political
No,
what-
I get you.
You know
It's
the
a-
word.
It's a
For-
tough word when you've
For
been
the
having a lot of
princess's
wine.
death or life. One
Broly
of these
goes,
situations is preferable to the other one. We should endeavor to create the preferable situation.
"Right. Have fun." And Broly's like slams the door and the goblinette goes,
Oh, the mountains. She didn't buy that piece of shit, cavern, did she?
I love this goblinette now, by the way. I want her to be my roommate. Like I want to go
Henrietta.
out on Friday
Not
nights
inspired
and
by
just go see a
Henrietta.
play with Henrietta.
She works from home too.
She does.
Yeah, she
She
works
has a
from home,
studio.
Henrietta.
She has a studio in the upstairs extra bed.
She's really working on an Instagram, like hairdressing.
I got the hashtag.
I got a hashtag Henrietta, hashtag goblin hat.
Goblin head.
Goblin hat. Now, okay, I wish Henry was now like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay?
That's all right. So she says, "Okay, well, here's what I'll do. I'll go gather the girls, and then we'll just meet you at the cave."
Can you just meet us there? You know where it's at? It's this old drow cave.
Oh, let me tell you what. I've had some nights in that cave.
All right. Let me
Perhaps
ask you
one
this.
of us should go with her.
I think that's a good idea. I don't trust her at all.
You
You
don't
don't
trust her.
trust me.
You were in a box for stealing.
So,
See what I
every
get for
good
that.
goblinette picks a pocket once or twice.
By the way, everyone should also check their pockets right now. Just better safe than sorry.
She goes, "My God. Look, all right, what you need?"
If you want to insight her to see if she's telling the truth, you're welcome to.
Yeah. I will.
Anybody that wants to find the truth.
Well, Henry is the project manager now, apparently, so he's gonna. Ooh,
I'm gonna get a bad roll on one of these rolls.
Okay.
what's my insight? +5, so I actually got a
19.
20
Oh, a 20.
or 19. Sorry, I got a
19.
19.
15. She's telling the truth. I mean, she likes the idea of a good party. We could probably move the dungeon thing up. She'll meet you with some goblinettes.
Okay, and I didn't even tell her, like, look, afterwards we have a rap party. You know what I mean? Like where we love the dungeon. It's great. We have an opening ceremony. Everyone has a bunch of.
Oh, an
Goblin.
opening night. Guess we've got to be snazzy.
Oh yeah. No, get all your nice rags or rat things, pelts. I don't know what you use. I'll be honest. I'm not sure. But
Oh,
get all
those
your-
were so last season.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Anyways, love it. Thank you so much for helping us out, guys. I think we have ourselves some goblinettes going to help us make this dungeon pop. What do you think?
Pop, she says, and she like jumps right off and begins scuttering, kind of like off to the left, basically, which leads her down a road towards the swampy area. Which, since War Turtle had rolled very high on your history, you know that the sorority and fraternity row is in the swamps for these goblins. So she is, in fact, at least heading in the right direction.
Well, I can tell you that she's at least headed in the right direction.
To run home.
Yeah, but she said she's coming back, and I believe her. She sounded really truthful. Like, I just got this vibe from her that
If we
she
have to go
wants
retrieve her, I elect not
like
to go.
she was totally all for cowabunga and pizza.
There are enormous bugs in the swamp that I do not want to deal with. And I
Okay.
will stay here if we have to go back for her.
All right. Well, how about this? I don't know if we actually need we don't need a goblin in the dungeon at the time that the princess is there just to make a dungeon a dungeon. We still have a bugbear, right?
Bugbear is also a goblin.
Right. We got one. There it is.
Check, check.
If there is a requirement, it is met.
Check. Exactly. Requirements met. We're going to have now a team of artists. You know what I mean? Good artists to really make this dungeon just feel alive. So I'm really happy about that. I think we're making the right choice. So should we just put all this up and let's go and go to the dungeon and get things?
Yes.
Well, I want to check that one small crate, just in
Which-
case it's another goblin or something.
It's
we
too
not mark
small
that
to
one?
She
hold a
didn't
goblin.
like it. She didn't like that one.
Okay.
So he'll go over to it and he'll just knock on it gently, not so hard as to like break apart the crate.
Okay. Thun. It's pretty hollow. Like I said, it's about yay big, so it's definitely not large enough to hold a goblin unless the goblin's like crunched in there. It is hollow, meaning it's meant to hold something, but there seems to be something in it. You can hear it, like the sound, deafens from whatever's inside of it.
I'm gonna open it.
That
Okay.
seems unwise. It's too late.
Too late.
On the inside sits a skull. A beautiful golden skull with 2 gemstones in either eye. You can roll an Arcana or an Insight. I would say actually this one's going to be Arcana to know what this might be.
I'll roll it as well, I think, if I can.
Yes, by all means. Yeah, if you guys are peeking in. 17.
War would be like, cool, this is a pretty gold skull with gems. Reminds me of this Indiana Jones adventure dude.
Maybe it's because you've seen one before, or maybe it's because you've had friends that never returned see one before. But Tabitha, this looks to potentially be a phylactery, or something that could activate a lich.
Oh shit.
Put that back in the box for the time being, okay?
But it's
And
pretty.
can I just suggest to stop opening the crates? These are supposed to be things that would kill the princess, and we're gonna go rifling through them.
Yes.
Stop opening the crate.
I wanted to take precautions so we didn't actually kill the princess. Even though that's what she wants.
Her death may prove advantageous.
I think it would be good to get into Lord. What's his face? I can't remember his name. To get into the Lord's favor, because you'll never know when I need another military job.
You can have a military job with me if your performance during this escapade proves.
Oh!
Ooh.
Double interview! Inception view!
Bum, bum.
That
An
seems
interview
like
within
poaching.
an interview.
You're poaching.
Well, so he'll like use his fist and like pound the nails back in, provided he didn't damage them too badly in opening it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that we have everything we need now, right? We have it all on there. We have am I right, by the way? I'm going to just say it out loud because no one said it out loud. That's a lich skull, right? That's a skull that I read about that in one of my favorite fantasy novels. To lich or not to lich, I think that
Liches
was.
are ancient wizards who have chosen to circumvent death by transforming themselves into undead monstrosities rather than simply transferring their consciousness into a mechanical body like I have done.
So
that's
bad, right?
It is extremely bad. Undead are evil.
I'm sorry, Tabitha. I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying?
Yeah, I'm just going to look up from where I've been sort of carefully painting like a chain link chain all the way around that crate.
Nice.
Just nod.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, as fast as you can go, making sure that it doesn't, the painting doesn't set too quickly or quicker than you can paint it. And you quickly put together a chain around the exterior of the box.
That
It looks
seems wise.
scarier than before.
And what of this one here? The one we're not supposed to touch. We need to get that one up there without touching it. Can any of you float it or fly it
The mimic.
onto the cart?
Can you be friends with a mimic? This is Sorry.
Ooh. I believe
Like-
that they are. Let me double check, but I think that a mimic is a chaotic evil creature. But let me just double check that.
Without intelligence.
Yeah, that's about to say their intelligence is so low, you probably cannot communicate with it because it's considered a monstrosity. Yeah, so
Animal handling?
you
No,
have
you just
to.
gotta get a stick and you just push it
I
in
was
the
about to say,
direction.
you're gonna have to
you
roll
go.
a stupid high animal handling. Like if you rolled a 20 plus, maybe.
I have 0 intelligence. I feel like this would be something he might attempt.
You're welcome to attempt to communicate with it. By all means, I'm not gonna stop that from happening. So feel free.
Okay, so he's gonna
We now
walk
have
up to
have
the
a personal
one
connection with everything
that
in
was
the box.
pointed out that we couldn't touch it, and he's gonna go, Mr. Mimic or Mrs. Mimic, we could really use you getting into the crate. I think I've heard things about mimics. You probably don't come alive until I touch you, but I'd prefer not to be eaten. So could we could you just cooperate?
The mimic cannot understand your words, but may be able to understand the emotions that you are projecting onto it.
I think when he hears that, he's going to get really angry. And he's going to rage. And he's going to tell it in a very angry tone, "You get in the cart now!" And he's going to try to intimidate.
You want to intimidate the mimic into the cart? Okay, go for
Yes.
it. It's gonna be
Maybe.
a will. I was about to say this will be a will for the mimic.
Please be a good roll. Okay, I'll take it. This was a good dice color today.
All right, good. We'll take good dice colors are good. Okay. It's going to. It doesn't have. It's kind of this. I'm gonna use this as a constant. No, this is an intelligence-based roll, which it's not gonna do very well on. But let's just see if it can understand your emotions. Okay, it rolled a flat 0. I have literally rolled 3 3s this game. What is that about? That's not good
I
for
am
me.
okay with it.
That's not good
So
for me. So the it goes kind of quiet for a second. Like after you're like, get in the car, and you're like, did it work? Did it work? And the mimic doesn't move for a minute. And then you watch as on the front of this kind of abnormal looking crate, these eyes like open, and it blinks, and it kind of looks around at all of you, takes in whether or not it could survive the like attack if it wanted to kill all of you, and then it resides to get in the cart. And you watch as this like box like do 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 do, and it gets to the back end of it, but can't. It like hops, but it's just a box. It needs help getting into the back of the.
Okay.
All right, come on. I'll help you, buddy. I'll help you up. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
You'll just
Let me help you up. I'm gonna try
no.
to push it. It's
It's high
Back
up.
up.
Nope.
it's Heine. I'm gonna push its little mimic Heine up. All right,
Henry's
buddy.
gonna get
Well,
eaten by a
look,
mimic.
we're a team. All right. I'm just like
You're gonna help
my-
him. I'm gonna give.
I'm gonna-
I'll let War Turtle help you put it in there because it's probably
Okay.
gonna take the both of you. It's a relatively large crate.
Oh, and I am not strong. I am.
So War Turtle is going to do it, is what I'm hearing.
Basically, I'm sure Henry gets under there. Is like, oh yeah. It realized only after that War Turtle's actually the one that like lifted it into.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
and
like, I
again-
am so strong right now. Oh, guys.
I'm super angry. Ugh.
Anyone looking at Theseus is going to see his whole body kind of like shake, like, and just, oh, those are creepy, and just kind of like walk away.
I think at this point everything but the bugbear is loaded into the cart because it actually just won't fit.
All right. I speak Goblin, so I'm gonna go over to the bugbear. It's like, hey, buddy.
Here we go again.
Nothing from the inside of that one.
Well, we got a silent one. I was going to try to make a personal connection with every single crate that we have here because we all want to talk to the crates. I know I started with the goblin, but you know what? I just wanted to make at least an attempt. But he's
Perhaps
not.
it has died. You
It's-
organic beings can die at any moment from any number of organic malfunctions.
That's on the that's really on the top 5 of the things I fear the most in life, actually dying. Thank you for bringing it up, by the way.
You are
Anyway,
welcome.
we're going to need everyone's help to get this giant bugbear crate onto the cart.
If it is dead, we do not need to bring it.
Hey, bugbear, you dead? I know you
Make
can-
make a medical check.
Oh, medical. Oh, this is, I'm looking at my character sheet. I'm like, what am I good at? I'm 17.
You can't see it, but you put your ear to the crate and listen. It seems to be breathing in a very deep, low and slow-paced kind of breathing, as if either it's been drugged or potentially sleeping.
Either this bugbear has been drugged or it's potentially sleeping, everyone. So let's be very quiet so we don't wake up the bugbear, and shake the cart and get the crate on the cart. We're
I'll
losing
help with
time,
that.
I think.
It
Yes.
won't fit
Let
on the
us know.
cart. It's
Oh.
too big.
Tabitha, Turtle, Lord
So,
Blackwood?
question for you. Well, he'll point to Lord Blackwell, and go, we just all need to be touching something that is touching you, correct, in order to be transported by the wand? So could I
think you
not
all have
touch?
to be touching me.
Okay, so could we not move the crate closer to where I could touch the crate and touch you, and magically we all poof?
I
don't
think
understand
I have
this
to touch
magic
either
thing
the
very
crate
well.
or you.
No, it's anything that's in contact with you.
Well, better
Exactly.
yet, we
So
can move.
I have to touch it, or it has to touch me.
Why
That's
don't
true.
you? This didn't work the way I was thinking.
You
was
could,
going
it
to work.
technically, I guess maybe Brule, they didn't give you a good explanation. The way it works is anything that, basically, if you all held hands, anything that you guys touch, you make a circuit, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So you could touch her, she could touch a thing, that way.
Let us teleport the entire planet.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Touch everything!
Are we going to hold hands now?
I think it's about time to hold hands. Well, I think we need to put the crate and the cart in between so everything gets to the dungeon.
Come on, everybody. Let's make a touch link.
Teleport circle. Form.
Activate!
Shape of.
yeah.
With the power of my project management and your turtle senses.
By
And
our
use
power.
you're
Shape
seem
of.
really angry.
Oh, God.
Shape of.
And Tabitha, you look fabulous right now. Congratulations.
Just to
And-
confirm, we're all going to die here.
They said the worst people possible for this. So, the way it works is simply, you kind of flick the wand or try to activate it in some way, and it works, based upon where you're wanting to go. And the first step of it activates, teleporting you, the cart, the kind of wooden cart with all the other crates in it, and the large bugbear crate along with the full party. Everything kind of shifts, colors blur, there's a moment where you might throw up, and then before you know it, you catch yourself, and everything's back upright, and you are all on your feet inside of a very damp and dank cave.
It's just like
You're not
home.
dead.
Yep, you are not dead. Hopefully you have arrived in the correct location.
Has anyone
use
been
Ghost Roller.
teleported into the rock?
Oh my God. And Henry throws up. This is his first teleportation. He just throws up oh God. Oh, hold on. I was not expecting that at all. I don't know what I expected. I mean, a book describes a lot. A pamphlet really doesn't tell you what happens during a teleportation process. Okay. I am not in a rock though. I'm good. Anybody else? Everyone good?
You are not dying, Henry Sterling.
Are you sure of that?
No, I am asking because you have projectile vomited. I'm unfamiliar with your organic function.
I am okay. I'm fine.
I am pleased to hear it.
Nothing to see here. move on,
I'm
maybe
going to
else.
quickly make a roll, because I just had a fun idea for more chaos.
While those two are arguing, Tabitha is going to wander off, gesticulating wildly and grumbling to herself. When she comes back, everyone notices that her hair, which before was kind of black, has gone, sort of silvery white that all drow hair is. Her hair has just changed to that colour
Nice.
perfectly.
Nice. Wish the goblin was here. She'd compliment you on how good it looks. Your
God, I
hair
love
color.
Henrietta so much.
Yeah, great NPC.
Yeah,
A+.
I already told the chat, like, Henry's sole mission now is to get her a salon. To make sure she
Hey,
she
when you
gets his
take up your
swap
own
salon.
mission, you become a true adventurer.
Exactly.
When you find your own mission. All right,
Yeah.
so the space that you stand in is kind of the entrance to this tunnel or this cave system. You can see just via a little bit of light up kind of a winding path. About 2 or 3 stories up is the entrance to this cave. It seems that they were kind enough to not make you drag everything into the cave. It kind of plopped you at ground level. This cavern is about 100 foot by 100 foot, arched ceiling, stalactites, the usual cave-like bits. It is drips a little bit as if there is kind of wet and maybe snow on the mountain, but all in all, it's pretty average cave. It is, other than the light pouring in from the hole, it's not well lit, and it seems that there's a kind of tunnel that leads out and goes deeper into the mountain.
Anyone have any ideas to make sure there's not any of those drow around here?
Would you like to go and investigate?
Well,
Well,
even
was
if they are, maybe they can help us out.
Volunteering, but I could. Or do we start letting these things out of the crates? What's the game plan here?
Well, I believe. Stop me if anyone else has any other things they would like to do here. But first, we should probably scout around. We need to make a drawing of the cave, and we need to figure out how we make this thing, dangerous for the princess, right?
It
And
does
that's-
not appear to be dangerous in and of itself.
Exactly. So,
We don't know that yet.
well, we're the ones who are supposed to make it dangerous,
You
right?
guys can make a roll an investigation if you want.
Let us do so.
See what we do.
Okay, finally a bad roll. It was about time.
I was getting nervous. Too many good rolls.
See, I'm more in a delegation. I'm not exactly a investigative type.
It's all right. All right. Let's kind of reset our bit goal there. We did have some carryover, so we're already on our way to the second bit of chaos. We're going to follow up here on our last one. So, I would say it is only Lord Blackwood. You take a look around this piece of the cavern. From what you can tell, all in all, it is empty. There's not even the usual, like if this was a drow cave or even a goblin cave at one point, the usual, piles of bones are missing. It seems clean, as if somebody actually came through and cleaned it.
The cave appears clean, as if done with intent.
Well, I mean, the princess did buy it. Couldn't she have theoretically already paid someone to make sure it was all completely cleaned out?
This seems like a reasonable assumption.
They probably hired some renovation service once they capture the deed to the land. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we gotta, once these goblinettes come by, we're gonna have to really spruce this thing up as a big evil woojie cave. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. Evil woojie cave. We still got that.
Do we think evil woojie is the correct method of approaching the princess?
Guys, I really don't want to kill the princess. As much as she wants to be challenged, I threw our arm wrestling match. She's kind of a weakling.
But
You
she's
lied to
also.
the princess.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm gonna be clear here. She was absolutely horrendous to me, and I don't care if she lives or dies through this thing.
But
The only
really
person
don't.
I care about.
I care about Henrietta and her career. Okay, we have got to build her career up.
I thought she was the interior decorator.
No, she's the hairdresser. She's going to bring an interior decorator and likely somebody else who can really help us figure out some nice goblin-y traps. You know what I mean?
And likely a bunch of goblin cheerleaders.
Yes.
I hope one of them is really into turtle fashion.
Oh,
It's really
you know
hard to
what?
find traveling clothes.
I bet they could do a makeover for you that you would love. I just have it in my heart. I feel like that's really for you. I feel like it's going to happen. Anyways, anybody have any ideas? So I am thinking magic woojies. Anyone else have a theme they want to work off? Because after a theme, then we can just get to work.
I think that the correct approach would be to play off of her vanity and superficial nature. Also
Should we
greed.
put a bunch of mirrors up so she has to see who she really is or something?
Exactly. I think we should dress the skeletons up in princess dresses to have her metaphorically fight herself.
I actually love that. I kind of want to dress up in a princess dress right now just to get in,
Do you think that would help?
I think it would. I'm a method actor, really, when it comes down to it.
Well,
Same
the good
here.
news is there's a crate that was already on the cart. It was like on it. Which seems to be full of, well, there's just a crate. It almost is like built into the back of the cart itself, the way like a toolbox or something would be in the back of a truck. It's like built into the crate itself. You could sit on it. It could be used as like a bench for travel if it was purposed that way. But it has a lid that lifts.
I lift it.
Inside are a slew of weird things. Maybe a rope bridge or something like that that's been like rolled up. There seems to be just a hodgepodge of explorer gear, old lanterns, clothing, dresses, armor, rusty swords, that
A
kind
Superman action figure.
of thing. A Superman action figure.
Oh, that's really rare. That's only what is that, number 23 of 2087? That's, man.
Yeah.
We gotta put
It
that-
appears to be a Chinese knockoff.
They've used Bert's
Oh,
face
It's
as the
Uber
model.
Man.
Yeah, Bert's face is
What
the
about
model.
like lumber, like building material, anything
Sure,
like that
or
on the
you
cart?
could also break down any of the crates or the cart itself. Because there's no need to bring the cart back. There wasn't instruction to do so. But yeah, you would have lumber.
Recart.
Is there an obvious, like, where's there, I guess the road it leads off? We haven't really explored, so you can tell
You
me
haven't
knowing
walked
this,
the
but-
full length of it. You just are kind of in the entry, like, cavern.
Okay. I'd like to do is see if there's like the entrance to this cavern is that's like very close by or something. If I can just walk around and see. Hey guys, I want to see where the entrance of this actual.
Oh yeah, you can see it. It's
Oh,
there's
it's
like a
like bright
winding
light-
dirt
lights.
path that leads up to a couple stories up. It's almost like you've dropped down into the cavern. That's why they started you on the bottom. But you can quickly run up there and take a peek outside. You can see the little like porthole of light.
Okay. So the princess is going to come in through this way. At what point, Lord Blackwell, do you think she should come face to face with who she really is?
I think it should be
when
somewhat
do we
later
enter
on.
the village?
Before, we should try to throw her off by having a red carpet over this winding path.
Oh, you're right.
Perhaps
Oh, I
some
get it.
nice drapes.
Tabitha, you are have excellent penmanship. Is there any way we can, because you've already drawn pretty pictures. That's all I know about you, by the way. I don't know anything else about you because I've literally known you for 10 minutes. Is there any way we can get a sign that says, "Congratulations, you've made it"? And then we get like a red carpet somehow. Yeah, I like that idea, Lord Blackwell.
You can paint it up.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely an option.
We could paint a little. We've got this rope bridge. We can maybe have the red carpet going across the rope bridge.
Yes.
Some kind of chasm thing.
Yeah. And what happens is we make the rope bridge really unstable at a certain point, and she falls down. I was
Onto
getting
what?
really intense with that. And then into the sea of mirrors. Oh, you thought you made it, but you haven't. Look at you now.
So you
Not
can.
making
There is a. This isn't the only place. There's definitely a tunnel that keeps going like deeper in. If you guys wanted to scout ahead or just see what the rest of all this looked like, you're welcome to.
I feel like the dungeon master wants us to explore the entire cavern.
I
Let us
feel
do so.
like if I were designing this dungeon,
Nope, I think this is it.
Lord
I think
Black-
this is all we're going to look at. I think this
Lord
is.
Blackwell, aren't you the dungeon master? You've been giving us great tips on how to decorate it. So are you saying, as the Lord, you would like us to travel deeper into the...
Well, he does have title.
Yeah.
I do.
I have military rank. I'm just saying.
While they're all
Oh, is it
exploring, I'm going to just take my axe to the cart and
Okay.
just start splintering the cart to pieces without saying anything to anybody.
just roll. You can just roll an attack roll. As long as it's more than about 5, you'll be fine. Just smash it because it's not fighting back.
So as the
And
is
fine.
doing that, I'm going to walk up
Nice.
right behind him. I'm going to put a hand on his back. It's like, buddy, you okay? I just want to make sure everyone's fine, man. You
When we're gonna build things. We need stuff to build things. You know, it's gonna-
okay? Just the way
It's
you
a
are.
good, it's a good reasoning.
Okay.
Do you have any ideas for what you would like to build out of this former cart?
I'm just a materials guy. So when I'm done, we can look at it as a bigger picture, but we need the stuff to build things first. So
Reasonable.
keep hitting.
We do need resources in order to build from. You're doing an excellent job, though.
Thank you.
Toothpicks are indeed very handy.
Yeah. All right, I'm with Lord here. Let's go explore the rest of the dungeon, see who we're really working with here, because
Okay.
there may be more that can inspire us.
So why don't you guys just roll? Actually, you don't really need to. You're just kind of walking through it. From what you can tell, it is empty. You don't get the vibe that there's going to be something that like pops out at you. That's kind of your job. But as you walk through, when you leave this space, it leads you to actually. You know what? Let me help you guys out. I'll just do a really horrible drawing here for all of you.
Ooh, a drawing.
Yeah, little straight to roll 20 drawing. All right, you guys have come into this like cavernous area here, right? It continues down a tunnel that seems to be kind of square in nature, like very rounded off and well carved. It opens up into a space about yay big, and then a chasm. And there is a platform on the opposite side, or like a wooden, I'm sorry, not a wooden, a rocky cliff hang on the other side. This is a pretty large gap here between the two. And then this continues down a tunnel, and then opens up into an ending kind of space, and there seems to be another exit on this side. Yeah.
So I believe that's where Rope Bridge should be.
Yep.
I mean,
We
you
do
can
not
just
even have
not
to
give her
draw.
a rope bridge.
Yeah.
There's 3 builds.
That's right there. Okay. So
Any of you guys like know dancing lights? My cousin Donatello, he's a monk of the illustrious.
oh, they have
Your
comic books I
Honesty.
read. Yeah.
He can cast dancing lights. I think that would be perfect for the party.
Oh, we're already
Oh,
talking about the
Cast
party?
only light.
Yeah. I'm
Dancing
really excited
lights
about the
seem
party.
frivolous.
I feel like that would be cool.
Well, yeah. I feel like dancing lights is always cool in every situation, no matter what. So if we can put some dancing lights in here, even as maybe it'll distract the princess as she's trying to get across the rope bridge or something. I don't know.
So your plan was that we fill the chasm with one giant sheet of mirror, which she then
Yes.
falls on and splinters.
Well, I wanted her to see
It's a
herself.
brilliant idea, and I'm using that one day.
And by the way, I'll be right back. I have to.
Yep. So, how about this? Actually, he just took a break. It seems like a perfect time. We're gonna take a quick 5-er. Let you guys think through now that you know the layout. And that will give you guys a chance to, think about how you may want to lay it out and what you've got available to you. And then you guys can ask me some questions. We'll come back and then we'll basically fill the dungeon. So everybody at home, I'm gonna go refill my mimosas because I'm running low. And
Chat, if you have any great ideas, bring them on.
Yep,
Let
this
us
is the
know.
perfect time, chat. Let us know your
Yeah.
ideas. In addition, I want to thank, because of the bit donations that were made this morning, all of you get an advantage. I'm pretty sure. There was enough bit donations made by Draker that each of you can take an advantage before we go into this half of it. And if any of you want to add magic dots to the dot table list, you can go ahead and do that. So yeah, we'll be right back. Weird there with the going to break. I was saying that this team has found themselves in quite a predicament inside this kind of empty cavern that has recently been purchased by a local wealthy man for his daughter as a training ground for her to become an adventurer. Not just any daughter, but in fact a princess.
I feel like her name is Princess, because if her dad's a lord, she's not a princess.
No,
I
it's
think
probably
he
been given
named
to
her
her.
Princess as like an aspirational thing.
Yeah, absolutely. The Lord knows that technically she's not a princess. She's just treated like one.
He wouldn't dare not call her princess, though.
Who wouldn't dare? Dare. Not ever dare. But this means that this group has been hired to basically set her booby-trapped dungeon. Knowing what they know as adventurers or simply knowing nothing, they have to kind of fix it up so that she can try to run through this and prove to her father that she is worthy enough to be an adventurer. And here they stand. They have scouted the actual layout of the cave that has been purchased. Seems empty. There's a chasm between the front half of it, the entry area, and the back half. Almost kind of identical reflections of one another. A large cavern as you first enter with a hallway that leads to a 30-foot chasm. On the opposite side, there is a hallway that leads to a kind of bulbous end stop with a secondary exit. They are trying to figure out how to place the items that they have been given, I guess, inside of this. The talks over break were quite humorous. We have a bugbear, a gelatinous cube, a mimic, and what has officially been identified as a potential lich head.
Also a bunch of skeletons.
Oh, that's right, and a bunch of skeletons. Yes, don't let me forget the skeletons.
I don't know if we're going to use them, but they're there.
They're there. So they have kind of the usual bare minimum that comes to an entry-level dungeon, I guess you could say.
The minimum of bears.
Minimum
0.
of bears. 0 bears. No bears. And they now have to figure it out. So that's what they were talking about when I decided to go live, because I wanted you guys to catch their plotting and planning. So, talk to me. What is the plan?
I don't know if we got anywhere close to actually making a plan.
That's okay.
I'm going to be honest. As
Like
a,
the gelatinous cube in the middle under the sheet of mirror.
Yes,
I
that's
think we
the
can
only
mix
thing we
that.
decided.
I don't know if that's really what we're going to go for, Lord. I think I may have been a little too deadly with that. So
Well,
I think
assuming-
we all know that we need to get this bugbear across this chasm and into whatever final room is the final room, right? That's what we
Right.
want. Bugbear in
So
the
we
final-
are agreed that the bugbear should be the final monster.
the final monster.
Not the... Okay.
No. One
final
minute here. What if he wasn't the final monster?
Whoa, hold on. That's intrigue.
What if we put him at the beginning and it chased her through the dungeon?
What if we convinced the bugbear to pretend to be her a friend who then turns on her at the end? You know?
That's evil.
Yeah. Well, this is a dungeon. This is a nice dungeon. This is not a vacation. Okay? This is not a theme park.
But
I don't know if there are theme parks in Fantasyland, but I'm sure there are.
The betraying bugbear seems convoluted.
oh, did you see the way that I got angry at that mimic chest thing? I think
getting
I have the perfect training method.
It still sleeps. The bugbear is still in kind of a somber sleep.
Oh, look at him. You guys want to name him? I kind of want
Can't
to
see
name
him.
him.
He's in a crate.
Don't name him.
He is
Why?
an intelligent
You
being.
can never name him.
He has a
You
name
can't get rid of
already.
him.
They're so cute, the bugbears. You look at them with them little, you can just hear them. Just
You're going to be sad when he goes.
Judging by his appearance, I presume his name is Slobbers.
Slobbers. I like slob.
It
Oh,
is
that does
now.
Now I have a personal connection with Slobbers, and I want to see him succeed. In
But
life.
don't feed him.
It's like, you can hear him like...
Slobbers? Slobbers, you awake, buddy? Slobbers?
No, he's
All right,
dead
he's
ass
still
asleep.
he's dead ass asleep. Anyways, should we actually go across this chasm to see what's on the other side of that exit? Do there's more to this dungeon, or is that
We do
exit?
have
in
to hang up the rope bridge, so
Yeah. All right.
Oh wait,
Let's
that's
hang up-
kind of gonna be our first challenge, isn't it?
Getting the
We
rope
can't
bridge.
actually get across.
How wide is this chasm?
This is about 30 feet. Oh, I didn't.
About 30 feet or slightly more than 30 feet?
I would say it's actually slightly under 30 feet. It's almost to 30 feet. So it's somewhere between about 25 to 30 feet.
Does our friendly anybody but me have the ability to cast Mage Hand?
I can never get it to work.
I just
do
yell
not.
for it constantly.
Mage hand!
I'm like in the bed. I'm looking over at the water. I'm like, Majan!
However, if you would like me to bring the bridge across the gap, I can do so. Either by using this wand or a spell that I myself possess.
You guys do have 2 teleportations on the wand before you get to the 4th one, which teleports you back to the pub.
However, this wand has a finite number of charges, and I can cast my spell multiple times.
We might as well not waste. I don't know anything about magic. What am I talking about?
How
Your
long is the
opinions are
rope
valid.
bridge? Should we maybe find out if the rope bridge is long enough to even bridge the gap?
That would be very awkward if we went through all that trouble and a rope bridge is like 10 feet
I
long.
agree. That is a very clever observation, Theseus.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's lay out the rope bridge,
You
everybody.
guys take the rope bridge out and you like unfurl the whole thing like to its full length. It seems to be 30 foot. It seems to be like meant. If you want to use it here, you can.
I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a ninja. I could possibly jump from this. I've never used my ninja skills outside of Thursday night community ninja training.
In Kung Fu Community
Kung
College.
Fu, yeah.
Ninja night school.
You
I've
know
heard
that
of
there are no mattresses at the bottom of this chasm yet, right?
Have you been?
No.
Yeah.
I don't actually want to do this. I just want to seem very heroic as I say it to all of you. But if you think it's a better idea that I try to take one into this rope bridge and run and
That
jump,
seems risky.
Don't do it.
risky's my middle name.
Henry, you're gonna feel like a turtle hand on your shoulder. Henry, I think you're a good guy.
Yeah?
I prefer you didn't fall down the chasm because I don't want to use the teleportation. Either Lord Blackwoods or the wand. I'm saving you because I might just leave you there.
I shall take the initiative and bring the bridge over. I take one
Okay.
end of the bridge, I cast spider climb, and walk across the ceiling.
Nice.
Oh, well, that's just easy like that.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, you could do that, like all the way to the other side. Do
Yep,
you tie
and
it
down again.
to the front end first, or are you gonna tie it to the opposite side first?
Come to think of it, that would be longer than the intended goal. No, it would work.
You could do it. So
I can jump down the last bit.
yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, you would totally make it. So really, the spider climb will let you do it. To tie it off is what I actually need, and that's a sleight of hand check if you want to tie it off.
No.
I am going to instead, I'm built for this, going to use Tinker's tools.
Oh, nice. Very
Because I have those built into my mechanical body. So I don't know how that's exactly going to use, because I'm like the most not crafty person there is. But I'm certain there's something to attach something to something else that works. in
Yeah.
this
Oh,
instance.
yeah. You managed to do it. So you who's on
I
the
have the plug-in.
who's staying on the front end because somebody's got to tie it off there too. Okay. So War Turtle, why don't you make the sleight of hand to tie it off, or at least you can hold it if you prefer to hold it.
I rolled the sleight of hand.
Nice, a 19. Beautiful. No big deal. You like tie it off as you watch Lord Blackwood unfurl the whole thing, grab it by the ends, walk across the ceiling, the bridge.
Is there any way, I mean, interrupt you. Is there any way retroactively I can be on his back, Lord Blackwell's back, as he's spider climbing?
How
I can go
heavy
on
are you? Because he's gonna have to make an athletics check if he carries you.
No,
How heavy are you?
I'm a human heavy.
Okay, yeah. He'd have to make an athletics check if he's gonna
Never
carry
mind.
you with him.
I just thought it'd be funny in my mind's eye of me just like, wee!
Well, you forget he's putting a bridge in place so you can walk to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when it's there. So, anyways, you tie it off. You tinker tool it into place.
Yeah, so my hand opens and like all sorts of whatever I need to do this pops out.
Swiss Army man.
Yeah, you tighten it in, and the bridge is taut. Exactly the right length needed. There seems to be it's pretty solid considering the fact it's just a kind of rope bridge.
All right.
Can I walk to the middle and high five Lord Blackwell?
Heck yeah.
I know this
Teamwork.
custom. High five.
I'm going to walk in and also steal their high five and high five their hands. Way to go, team!
I
have
would say
never
that
seen
they
this
finish high
configuration
fiving and you
before.
pass through the middle as you miss it.
Oh,
Just a
That
smidge
makes-
too late.
Tabitha,
get it
while
next-
I still have this spider climb spell up, would you like me to help you get down so you can paint the mirror sheet over the bottom of the chasm?
I don't know if that's really still the plan anymore. Or-
Is that not what Henry wants?
I am very attached to this mirror sheet for some reason.
All right, look, if it means a lot to you, and I know I initially said it, so it means maybe that we should really just do it, right? So let's climb down. Let's do a mirror sheet. So that way she has to see herself.
Who's doing the painting? Because that's the person you want to take to the bottom.
Tabitha.
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 We've already established you're an artist, obviously.
So I'm just gonna have Lord
Power to say.
Blackwood make the athletics check, and then Tabitha, if that's the plan, when you get to the bottom, I'll let you paint away on your this mirror effect you're gonna create.
Okie dokes.
Thinking,
Actually, not horrible.
not horrible. Actually, was pretty good. I'm looking here to see because I'm wondering. All right, this will be a good one for you, Tabitha. I'm actually going to have you roll a deception check because you are literally painting a deceiving, like, mirror. So that's what I'll give you for that one because I know that's probably decently high. At a 16, no big deal. You managed to carry Tabitha down. You guys, like, walk face down the edge to the bottom. The drop's about 60 feet, enough where it would kill a princess in a single fall. And, yeah.
There's a mirror to break her fall.
Yeah, the mirror is there to break her fall. No, this is going to be in the entire time. Like Henry is just like, yes. So I see it now. The artistry. Oh, Tabitha, you are wonderful. This is beautiful. This is deceiving.
Okay, so I'm going to roll paint, but the whole way climbing down, I'm just going to be muttering to like Lord Blackwood. If he dies down here, we get his share of the money, right?
Anyone who dies forfeits their share because corpses are unable to spend money unless you use necromancy, which is highly illegal.
I think that is an
I don't know what you guys are saying down there, but I'm just saying you guys are doing a great job and keep it up.
Thank you.
It echoes
let's
throughout
roll.
this cavern. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Let's roll and see how good a painting this is.
Yeah.
Deception, you said, yeah?
Deception, yeah. I'm going to let you roll the deception.
If it's a funhouse mirror, it's even more scary.
Oh.
Don't forget, oh yeah. Okay, you have an advantage too if you wanted to use it here. You could take
How
the
does I do that?
You've already
already
rolled it. You just call it. Basically, it was a gift given to you by Draco. So,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I
You
would
have it in place and can kind of activate it when you'd like. So if you wanted to
18.
use it, 18 is perfect. Pretty impressive considering the fact that you are using flat paints to create texture and reflection, like to make it look like a reflective mirror. And as you paint, and it takes you a couple minutes to like cover enough space and to get it large enough, it solidifies and dries into a real mirror. And sure enough, all of you up top can look down and see the reflective mirror below.
Oh. Do I see my midlife crisis in there? Do I look down? Like
You see yourself standing on a rope bridge across a chasm. That seems like a midlife crisis to me.
Ah! Like, what have I done?
Life choice.
Who am I? Is that what I look like from below?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That's not my good angle. That's not my good side.
You seem unwell. Please do not excrete more biological fluids onto this mirror sheet because
I'm
it
going to
will
be
be
sick
ruined.
again. I'm going to be sick again. I'm going to run off across the bridge.
Yeah, you
and-
run to the far side, right? The back end of the and all right. What
I had
now,
a
crew?
401k.
You've set the rope bridge. You could leave it or pick it up or however you want to handle that. But the mirror itself is in place.
It is beautiful.
It is beautiful, and definitely is something. She will have some kind of reaction to it.
Do you guys need a way up? I think I have rope. I have an adventurer's pack.
How long does spider climb last?
I think painting an entire floor of that chasm would
probably
last
gone.
longer than the duration.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if
I
you
would
got some rope,
either
you can
cast
help
it
them up.
again or use the rope, and the rope seems simpler.
Yeah.
Yes. So I will unfurl my rope. Is 50 feet long enough to get to the bottom?
50 feet. Yes, absolutely. If not, like, it's only a couple feet up. They could, like, jump and grab it, if that makes sense. So it would be enough that you
Okay.
could haul them out.
Cool. I'm going to throw down the rope.
You were supposed to hold one end.
Oh.
Is it a heart attack when the right side goes? Because
Funny.
that's what. right
No,
now.
I think it's coiled up behind him, and he starts to notice it going. Like he throws down the one end, and then he grabs it quick.
Yeah, you quick grab it and hang on to it. I will let one of you basically make an athletics check with advantage because you guys are just working together to get the three of you up. So
Well,
whoever would be
I'm
strongest.
probably the strongest, so
Okay.
I probably should do this.
So they just basically hang on. We'll make this a very simple roll since there's nothing too much fighting against.
24.
24. I would say 24 successfully does it as you pull not only this giant creature up. I say creature. This giant warforged up, but you pull up Tabitha as well. Hanging on, and you guys make it back to the, I would say probably the far side of the chasm with the rope bridge in place. I need all of you to roll me a perception.
Yeah, I roll well.
Oh, poor Henry. He can't roll for shit.
Henry can't hear anything.
Ouch.
Henry's too busy still throwing up.
Neither do you. Yeah, you're too busy throwing up. You can't hear past the smell of vomit. Celts,
The
Theseus,
smell of vomit?
yes, you can't hear past the smell of vomit. It is so vile that you
I've
can't
been
even
there.
hear what
Trust me.
this is. It is those rogue, right? You're rogue, Tabitha?
Warlock.
Warlock. It is your heightened senses to magical things that you begin to hear something in the air, especially as a warlock. The whispers, as the Lich Skull cries out, it seeks freedom. More importantly, you hear something back in the main area. It kind of carries down the cavern echoes. The sound of maybe cracking or smashing of wood. You're not sure.
The bugbear's awake.
Okay, so yeah.
We should return to
hear
the
that?
first entrance.
Slightly concerned.
Yeah. You
What-
let
what
the
do you
group
think
know.
about?
Do you guys all kind of run back?
Yeah.
He jumped his queue.
As you guys kind of run back, which doesn't take you but seconds to get there, it is not the bugbear. It is in fact Bert, the Dragon Slayer, who has made his way here to sabotage your mission for not allowing him to participate.
Bert, you asshole.
Trouble.
He is prying open the crate to the bugbear.
Bert, we do not need any more monsters. Your
Nope.
services are not
We're
needed.
fine. You don't need to be here.
I am Bert the Dragon Slayer. If I cannot participate in such an activity, neither can you.
You have mentioned your
That's-
name several times.
There's
Can
no
I-
dragons. That's a bugbear.
Can I rage at him and try to tackle him away from the
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
God,
so I'm going to rage again. Because I never liked Bert to begin with.
no one does.
And I'm going to attempt to tackle him, which I would assume is athletics. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct. I'll make it. Yeah, it would be an athletics check. 'Cause it's basically
I'm going to use my advantage on this because fluff Bart.
good call because he will try to fight you on it.
Oh, that was a waste of an advantage.
All right, so you take at the 19, no big deal.
While they're scuffling around,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk to the bugbear crate and use both my hands to focus on the drawing Tabitha did.
God dang
And I'm
it!
yelling at him, "Can you not see this was a bugbear? This is not a dragon. It's a bugbear."
He goes, I know what it is, you don't, as War Turtle tackles him. Now, at a 19, you tackle him, and you guys go into basically what is a shared grapple. He did roll a 20, but you guys are kind of like pushing against one another in this barbaric way. He's like, whoa!
Oh wait, I wasted that advantage. I get advantage on strength
Oh, well, then
checks
hold on to
when
the other
I'm
advantage. I was like, if you got it on a strength check, then just keep it. So
From
we are going to
raging.
go into an initiative, if that's what is happening here. If you guys are going to tackle Bert the Dragon Slayer.
I guess so.
sorry. No, I'm not sorry.
No, I'm not sorry. All right, let's roll an initiative.
All right. I got a 14. I'm sorry. I don't have my character sheet, and
That's okay.
I wasn't prepared for class.
Oh my gosh, James.
7! I love not having any dexterity.
Hey! Tabitha's like, nope.
I got 3.
All right. Well, Tabitha is obviously first with a
Yeah.
21. That would be followed by, surprisingly enough, Bert.
Ugh, Bert.
Bert. Oh, Bert.
Bert.
Lord Blackwood. My cat. You guys, I'm telling you, my cat is on this like needy streak right now. Ward.
By the way, Lord Blackwood, I cannot I keep wanting to do Lord Blackwood's voice too. Like it's so intoxicating. I just want to hello, I'm Blackwood the second. I just want to be Lord Blackwood because I love Blackwood's voice.
I love
Alright.
to do voices.
Yeah.
Tabitha is up first with a 21. You watch as your friend tackles him, and they're in like a kind of wrestling style grapple at the moment.
Let me just check one thing. Which of these is the best option? If I could actually get my copy of the rulebook to let me look at the thing that I want to look at.
Best is always relative.
Right.
My suggestion is stabbing him in the face.
Laughing at him,
Yeah.
just as effective.
Just kill his
So
ego.
bad.
That seems to be where everybody's at today. Kill his ego.
I am going to try. I don't have many spell slots. I'm going to try and cast Charm Person on him.
Oh, very nice. Okay. He gets what kind of check is that against him?
It's he gets a Wisdom save throw. In fact, let me
Oh,
click. In
God.
theory, this should put it in. Hopefully, that puts the thing in.
Bless me.
Did that put the thing in? Did that put it in?
He
No, it didn't. Okay.
rolled a
does get it.
17.
He also does get it with advantage.
Okay, well, he got it anyways. Ooh, thank you out there for that subscriber. You can toss now some little sass around the internet. Here's a little fierce sassness for you. Boom. You now get that emoji. Cool. He does make it then with the 17. Does he take any kind of damage anyways, or would it just be trying to take control of him?
Just try and basically, if he fails, then stuff happens. But he
But if
didn't
he
fail,
does-
so nothing
okay,
happens.
perfect.
It was worth a shot.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. You try and you see him fight for a second, because he's physically fighting and mentally fighting now. And he says, "I am Bert the Dragon Slayer. You cannot take
Yes.
over my mind."
You have mentioned.
And he yells out
I just-
again.
Yeah, we heard. We know. Bert, this dragon slayer.
Just popped up. All right, it is Bert's turn. Bert is going to. He's simply going to make another athletics check to try to throw you off of him. To get your hands off of him.
Okay.
In this case, we'll just make it opposed roll. If you want to hang on to him, I'm gonna let you make that actually a dex save. He kind of breaks it. You know what I mean? If you want to grab him, it'll be a quick grab. He's gonna do it with strength to break it. So let's see. At a 10,
I might have a chance.
I would say a 10 is not enough strength, but let's check your dex because you may hold on to it. No! No! It's okay.
Whatever, I'm right there. I'm just gonna pummel him. It's fine.
Yeah, he kind of it's kind of awkward. You guys are evenly
Hold on,
matched in
hold
your
on.
strength.
Let me check one thing. Because I want to say it might be strength and constitution saves. While I'm raging. Strength checks and saving throws. Oh well.
Okay, that's all right. He kind of breaks free. He can't really do anything other than that, and he kind of just pushes you off as you try to grab for him. There's now about 5 feet between you and him. Clearly, he needed some space to grab for his weapon. And he's right in front of you now. Let's move to Lord Blackwood.
What to do? I'm just going to talk to him. I'm going to say, do you keep repeating your name because you believe that repeating a lie often enough, it will become true?
I am Bert the Dragon Slayer.
It's still not true.
No,
I've changed my mind. I will cast a spell. Enlarge person.
enlarge.
Yeah, enlarge. I'll cast it on Theseus because
Nice.
they haven't had a turn yet.
Oh my god, we have a giant minotaur.
Yeah. Yes.
That's the most terrifying thing Henry Sterling has ever seen in his life. I believe. He might throw up one more time.
All right,
We'll
let's see. Just for everybody at home, just so you know, Celts, you can cause a creature or object you see within it to grow larger or smaller. Da, 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 da. You double in all dimensions, and your weight is multiplied by 8.
No rope bridge for me.
No more rope bridges for you, but while you are enlarged, the target attacks with them deal at 1d4 extra damage. So you're going to get 1d4 extra damage to your rolls. I want to make sure. I felt like there was a strength buff too. Until the spell ends, the target also has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. So anything that involves strength, and you get 1d4 if you hit to your damage. So just try. We'll try to stay on top of that and remember that. That was good. Anything else, Lord Blackwood?
No, that's it.
All right, great. Yeah, you come in and whoop, 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 whoop. Huge now, just huge. War Turtle.
Theseus completely believes he did this to himself.
Oh, I had claws. I totally could have gotten him with my claws. But first off, since I am raging, I am going to draw my greatsword.
Yes.
And I'm going to reckless attack Mr. Bert the Bart
right?
butt face. I can't.
The butt face Dragon Slayer.
Asshole.
Butt face the Dragon Slayer. Okay, does a 19 hit?
It does.
It's 13 damage total because I'm raging.
Okay, very nice. You sling and slash, and you watch as you slice him open a little bit. And he, a worthy opponent, he says. Sees that I will have to end this in true battle.
He does get advantage on me because I reckless attacked.
Oh, right, yeah, the next time. Got it. All right. Our giant, enlarged friend, we'll call you so that you don't attack everybody else with that.
Actually, sorry, I think I forgot more damage. First creature I hit on attack on your turn has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against me as well. From my ancestral protectors, from my...
Oh, interesting. So if he attacks anybody else, he gets disadvantage.
Yes.
Cool. Note taken.
That's
There you go.
awesome.
That is awesome.
And you see a bunch of just turtles, spectral turtles, or turtles, surround War as he's standing there.
Oh, that's cool. And it like lights up. He goes, "Oh my!" As he's distracted long enough for the Minotaur, right? Yeah, the giant Minotaur now to take action. What would you like to do?
First thing is I'm gonna yell, "It worked! It worked! Did you see it? It worked!"
I see it. It worked.
He's gonna like
I saw
excitedly
it.
grab his axe and point it with one hand at the Bart the Dragon Slayer and say, "Now back off, little man," and try to intimidate him.
All right, roll
stop.
an intimidation. He's going to roll. Let's just see how intimidating you are. At a 15, at your size, I'm gonna say, yeah, he kind of like, and takes a few steps back, dropping his weapon. That provides our barbarian an attack of opportunity. So War Turtle, you get an attack of opportunity as he leaves space and begins to back up from you.
Cool. We're gonna do that.
He staggers a little bit.
Or we're not.
Okay, doesn't hit him. But that's okay. He's still, like I said, he's has stepped back away from you and seems to be almost in a frightened state.
I'm just gonna tell him, "I am not a dragon." Don't.
He goes, "Dragon? Did somebody say dragon?"
That means I get a plus. Yay.
Oh god. And it becomes Tabitha's turn.
Okay. So we've decided we're going to kill this guy now then. Okay.
Looks that way.
I will sort of pull this book out from seemingly nowhere. Pages flip open and
Cool.
Eldritch Blast.
Nice. Roll it. Make it so. So, let's see. Eldritch here at the 14 meets, so it hits.
Sweet. And then I click this to roll damage theoretically.
Correct.
8 damage.
Theoretically, it worked. No, in actuality, it worked. Cool. Yeah. It smashes him in the chest. No. And we move right along. It becomes Bert's turn. Bert's not sure what's going on here. He's like, why are you attacking me?
This is the weirdest day Henry's ever had. By the
Yeah,
way.
you're like, I don't know what's happening here.
No, I'm with him. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know either.
Henry, what did you roll for initiative? I don't have you in my initiative order. What did you roll?
All right. That's way back in the history.
Yeah, did I miss that?
No.
I must have missed it because you didn't get a turn and I didn't have you in my initiative order. Which
It's
is
I
fine.
thought it was like 11 or 13.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
11 or 13.
Well, then
Was
that
it?
would, I was about to say, well, that actually puts you right here. We'll say, we're going to put you in now. And
Okay.
after this, we'll just put you in. If you rolled a 13, you and Lord Blackwood are basically at the same thing. So now would be your turn because Bert, he doesn't attack his turn. He goes, wait. It's your turn.
Okay. At this point, Henry Sterling is going to walk up and he's going to look around at his I guess, quote unquote friends, his new friends.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't have a whole lot of friends anyways, but he considers everyone around him friends now. And he's like, all right, you ever touch that crate with slobbers in it ever again, you will die. He's our friend now, too.
What is a slobbers?
He's the bugbear you try to fuck with.
I was just trying to free it, you idiot.
You wouldn't. You know it.
You don't understand.
What do I understand?
Lord Periwinkle is actively trying to kill his daughter.
I knew it! Okay, sorry.
Hold on. This is new intrigue. So was I. And inadvertently.
No, then you shall die, sir.
No, actually, I wasn't. I was joking. Not joking. I don't know.
Step up the lethality of this dungeon, if such is the case.
I knew his parenting was questionable.
He is
Oh, man.
trying to get rid of her. She is valued at quite a large sum. The insurance he has on her will pay out only after she is dead via accident.
Really?
It is my understanding that all life is precious.
Unfortunately, I, Bert the Dragon Slayer, have learned
Oh, we heard that
that-
before.
It's
Bert the
still
Dragon-
not true. You
that
can't
ever
keep
again.
repeating this.
that.
You were there to apply for the same job, and I'm going to incite him.
Okay, yeah, roll an
Four
insight.
times.
You mean for to see if he's lying about Lord Periwinkle?
Yeah, you were trying to get the same job we got.
Of course I was. I wanted to assure that whatever dolt adventurers took this gig would not actually kill the love of my life.
Oh.
Wait, love of your love?
I think he's still raging, but he has that moment of like, oh, that's so precious. I
Hold on.
also wasn't
Did
gonna
seem
kill
to
her.
know his name, which,
I have a
considering
new
how
idea.
completely insignificant he is a significant event.
I have a new idea. Bert, would you like to propose to her as the end of this dungeon?
You would,
You must prove your love.
but her father doesn't even know.
Who cares? What is love got to do with this?
I don't even
Got
have
to
a
do with
ring.
this?
Wait. Warder will calm down a little bit and he'll go, better
This is
yet,
love.
better yet, we can go back to him and tell him that she died. He gets the gold, you get the girl, and this is a happy ending.
Look, I'm
And
going to
we
be
get
honest.
paid.
I might cry right now, and then I'm going to cry later. But Bert, do you love her? You tell me right now, and look me in the eyes.
She is a beautiful princess. Yes, I love her.
Will you commit yourself to her forever? Even if she's having one of those days.
I just didn't want her to die today, but if marriage is the only option...
Because I'm going to be honest, I could really get behind an engagement right now. Otherwise,
Dare
you
I
gotta
ask
leave.
why?
Because, and is there a mage in the house who can actually make some music happen as I say this? Like a
I can
words
actually. I do
that
have
last like the,
prestidigitation, so.
All right, so first off, Zeus, you realize that he's telling you the truth. As he's going through this,
Okay.
he's being honest about the fact that he, at least from his perspective, he believes that her father is trying to kill her. You also believe he loves her, at least his version of love.
as romantic music is playing in the background, or like I don't want to say romantic, like more like inspiring music in the background. It's like, because Bert, let me tell you something. I've loved, I've lost. And I know one thing, that when you truly find that special person that can just make your life meaningful, you go for it, Bert. You go for it.
There's a voice that sort of calls out as you're saying this. Hurry this up. I can only keep this up for a minute at a time.
Oh, I got it. So Bert, what do you say? Do you have a ring?
No, I just said that I actually don't have a ring.
Bert, what are you doing here then? I mean,
Pay-
love
pay
and
him a
everything. Who has
Oh
a
no,
ring?
it does. It just makes it look real.
No,
Darn it.
no, it makes a real ring. It'll make a ring.
Oh, okay.
Tablet,
Bert-
Yeah, paint him a ring.
Painting time.
We stand to lose a lot of money.
No. That's why they run away. That's why they run away. We go back to the Lord and tell him that he's dead or she's dead, and we make money.
If the Lord dies, who gets the lordship?
Well, it would in fact pass to his eldest, his daughter, Princess
Who
Penelope
you love?
Periwinkle. Yes.
And if we can officiate a wedding, by the way, I am ordained.
I was waiting for this. Saturday night seminary night school.
Exactly.
I've heard that one
I
too.
take a lot of community college classes, is all I'm saying. And weekend free public education is amazing in our city, by the way.
Education is incredibly important to the advancement of society.
Thank you, Lord Blackwell. Yeah, music can stop now. Thank you so much, Tabitha. I think you've done. I think I made my point, Bert. What say you?
Just like kids.
Can somebody heal him? I feel real bad about getting angry.
He
Not
said
until
that
he-
goes, no. The blood makes me look brave and smells like
Iron.
fighter. Yeah.
Bert, I have one more question for you.
Yes, Lord Blackwood. I, Bert the Dragon Slayer, shall answer your query.
That's 5 times now. He said that 5 times. I'm
Yes, we
really.
still do not believe that you are a dragon slayer.
Well,
That is
why
the case.
not?
But that aside, when you said that you love the princess, that you claim to do so because she is beautiful and a princess, which is her physical appearance, which changes over time as the human body will decay naturally, and her title, which she will lose as she runs away. So
Oh, she's
will
not
you
a
still
princess.
love her as you two run away?
Through sickness and health.
Well, I don't date sick princesses. Is she sick?
Whoa.
I am unconvinced that he truly loves her.
I
Then she's
love
not a
her. Her
princess.
beauty surpasses all. I fight for
Wait,
her.
you
I
love her
slayed
beauty?
dragons for her.
Hold on, Bert. Outside of her physical appearance, name one thing you like about her.
She wears the color blue. It soothes me.
I do like the color blue. You have won me over with this argument.
I have one other question.
Yes!
Have
I,
you
Bert
actually-
the Dragon Slayer, shall answer it.
That's 6 times.
Is this retroactively counting how many times he's announced himself?
I think it's
All
been
the
like
way back
6
to the
times
beginning,
since he
'cause
came
you said
with
it
the
like
gun.
2 or
I was
3
about to say,
times.
since he just walked in here.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Tortle.
Are you actually a slayer of dragons? Because I've seen dragons, and you don't seem like someone who can fight them.
Why not? I have strong muscles, armor, swords, and
Can you describe a dragon? Because I don't know if you know the meaning of the word dragon.
An excellent test.
they are large in size, much like you, sir. And he points to to you, and he says, and they breathe fire.
Look, I've never faced off against a dragon, but I have also I have read through some of the really engrossing texts over the anatomy of dragons, and I know that they don't all breathe fire. Some of them breathe lightning. Some of them just breathe like necromantic death.
Well,
Was the one that you defeated breathing fire?
yes, it breathed fire. It was maybe not as large as this minotaur, but it was
Not as large. Hold on. Was this a pseudo dragon? Like a little tiny dragon? Like.
How do you define tiny?
I'm gonna breathe little baby dragon fire on you.
It did in fact sit on a table.
Was the
What?
table
I knew
gigantic?
it.
It what now? Excuse me. It what now? Can you repeat the last thing you just said, Bert? Dragon Slayer.
I said that it sat
table
upon a
dragon.
table.
It sat upon a table.
I did say that.
Then this dragon is either an infant or not a dragon.
Did it fight you back?
It did. It. He rips open his shirt and his armor back, his leather armor, to reveal his chest, where you can see he has burn marks. Yeah. He has burn marks.
As angry as War is getting, he's going, I think you'll be a perfect couple with the princess. And he'll just put his paws in his face, like, dear goodness gracious.
Do
I'm
we
doing the
really
same
want more of these people in the world? They are a breeding.
Lord Blackwell, no. That is a no. That is a giant no.
I do not feel these are a good match.
They are the perfect match, and that's why it's a no. Okay.
There's
So
ways we can make sure they don't make any more, and I'm going to lift up my axe.
Oh,
Whoa!
by the way,
Do
You are a
not
clear more
mess
expert
with
in
Bert
biology than I. Please
Dragon
proceed.
Slayer's
Bert,
bits.
I'm going to be honest. We don't have much time. We have to make a dungeon and make it average lethal, not real lethal. I'll be honest, I don't think we can make it truly lethal for this princess. But either you're going to propose at the end, and we're going to dress these skeletons up, and we're going to dress this bugbear up to help you. And it's going to be super romantic. I'm going to cry. A couple of people are going to cry when they hear
I
about
am
this.
incapable of crying.
We gotta invite the goblinettes to the wedding. Right.
Exactly. They will be the bridesmaids. And can you imagine just how
Those
beautiful
goblins are
that
not
is?
coming back.
They're not coming back.
Probably
no.
will.
They are totally coming back. And if I have to get them myself.
He goes, I despise goblins. They are my
Whoa,
favorite
are you
prey.
racist? Is that what you're saying, Bert?
No, goblins.
like
They
goblins?
terrorize
You don't-
princesses.
What?
They terrorize.
Says
His
who?
list of bad qualities seems excessive.
Did
The goblin we met was a
have you not
goblinologist.
done? And off in the distance, you hear a faint roar of. As he gets like closer and closer, the horde of goblinettes are on the way.
All right. I like the idea that there's like this sound and there's just this like dust cloud of goblins just.
Yeah, it's just like running across the plains towards this mountain range.
Yeah.
And sure enough, up on like the couple stories above you where the door is at, the kind of entry hole, I guess you can say, the silhouette of a couple strange creatures appear.
Henrietta, you have arrived. Right?
Yeah, they're up there. Yeah.
We are here for a cave party.
Cave party.
Welcome.
And a wedding.
Welcome.
Oh,
Okay,
she
but-
It has turned into an impromptu engagement ceremony.
Engage. And I'm going to look straight at Bert and be like, Bert, it's your choice. You can walk away because now we have friends.
What?
There is no way you can defeat us.
So does Bert the Dragon Slayer simply stand at the end till the princess is done?
Okay, I'm going to be honest.
Yes.
I'm going to cut you off right there. Say Bert the Dragon Slayer one more time, motherfucker, and you are dead.
Tabitha's just
We are ready. You are now Bert.
The Dragon
Listen to this.
Slayer. I killed a
No.
dragon.
The princess layer?
You killed a table dragon. You probably killed some dragon baby, and that's not cool, Bert.
can we stop being offensive to small dragons? And at this point, Tabitha's just sort of stick her head in, like sort of round the sort of side of Henry, and just go, either he's marrying the princess or you're marrying the goblin. I don't care, but I just painted these rings. Somebody take them. I hate all of you.
Yeah. He like snatches them from your hand. He says, "These are perfect. Thank you." And he says, "So what? Do I just go to the end and wait until she arrives?"
Yes.
You go
Yeah.
to
Do not
the end.
fall into
Wait,
the castle.
hold on. Hold this I need you to. This is going to look really good. I need you to hold this skull.
Okay.
Yes. Just hold it up.
Just-
It's shiny. You see the crystal? Yes.
The golden gems. It is an
The
engagement
golden-
present.
It is. It is. Think of it like an endowment of some sort. Like you show her your wealth. That thing is worth more than kingdoms.
Oh. I should
We
give
just made
this
you-
to the princess.
You are very rich right now in love, in happiness, in soul.
It will
And
bless your
also-
union.
Nothing says romance like a skull.
Tabitha, it continues to whisper.
Shh, evil skull. Shh.
Then whispering sweet nothings.
He takes it and goes, yes, I will be at the inn waiting for her arrival. And he
Excellent.
bolts
Yes, there's
off down the path.
There's the bridge.
Do not fall into the chasm. It took a long time to set up.
And he bolts down the path. About this time, the Goblinettes, their sorority, has arrived. Henrietta looks significantly more put together.
What is more put together for Henrietta?
Her
hair's
hair
done.
is brushed. She has updated her makeup a little bit. Her wingtips are on point, and her eye wingtips are on point. And she stands there with all of her sisters. They also adorn their clothing.
Okay.
You did tell her it was a dungeon party, so they have arrived in black leather, all of them.
Yeah.
There are several kinds of dungeons, but this one also works.
They wield a few strange objects, mostly paddles, like flat-boarded paddles, a few, horse whips, and one of them has a bullwhip.
I have been to this con.
we
It
did
happens once a year in
specify.
Atlanta.
The instant Tabitha sees this, she's going to walk off into the corner, gesticulating wildly and muttering to herself. And when she walks back, her what was like leather dungeon gear appears to have been replaced with, you know, the stereotypical 90s goth look. New Rocks, jeans, ripped like Nirvana-esque t-shirt, and it just underneath it just says, I hate you all. And her hair was sort of down to sort of shoulder length, is now in that sort of the sort of shaved one side, flopped over thing, but it's gone pitch black with red tips.
Lots of fishnet.
Tabitha, I gotta say, thank you so much for getting into the spirit of the moment. I know that you love all of us. You don't mean the words that are on your shirt right now.
They are simply thematic.
Yes. Like, no, I really hate you. Shut up, Henry. I like to turn it to Henrietta. It's like, Henrietta, I have amazing news. Not only is there a party,
Yeah.
but love is in the air.
Ah! Love. I loved a goblin once. I was
Yeah?
loved
Did
by
you?
a goblin.
Do we need a drink while we talk about this, Tabitha? Or, Henrietta?
What?
Tabitha, do you need a drink too?
Well, we've been pre-gaming. Pre-game!
And all they like lift their hands all together as if they've been pre-gaming prior to getting here.
Now, where's this party?
All right. So first, what we need to do is before the party, this place needs to become the most wonderful place that a person could ever get dungeon married.
Oh, dungeon marriage. That's a whole
Dungeon-
different shebang.
So, we're gonna have a princess coming through. You're gonna get to do her hair. It's gonna be amazing. We have these skeletons. We need to do them up. They're gonna need to be. They're gonna need to be serving drinks to all the people in the party. Right. So we need. to
We're
help them out
not
with that.
here to be catering.
No, you're not. That's the skeleton's job. You are here to party and be a part of everything.
Oh, skeletons.
Yeah,
Okay.
The skeletons must look the part.
they must.
So when they come out with their shields, and then it's like, oh, married, then they turn the shields
She
upside
goes,
down and
Wait,
they're serving
these
tray.
skeletons? And she cracks one of the goblinettes, cracks one of the lids open, and the skeletons like rise, body parts coming together as this skeleton comes to life. It like clacks and clangles like bones.
Yes.
Spooky
I hope they're
shit.
dancing skeletons. That would make things a lot better. I
Um,
heard about.
Is there
I hope
perhaps
this lich, by the
a
way, is
manual in that
dancing
box
liches.
sure. Why wouldn't there be a manual in the box for the?
for how to control the skeletons?
Yeah. Somebody can roll an intelligence check to see if you can read or figure this out.
Henry's hoping it's done in IKEA instructions, where
Big
it's
nerd.
just pictures of the guy, like trying to solve the thing.
There's no language at all. It's just really poorly drawn pictures. Let's see. Out of 12, you begin to read through. Yeah, it seems that it's meant to be they're meant to be put in place before you open the box,
We're finishing up right now.
but it doesn't mean
Yeah, but
that you can't like try to control them. They kind of work on command. And inside the opposite box, there is the actual thing that you wear to command them.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like a bracelet that you wear that will command whoever is wearing it. Probably was actually meant to be left behind as a possible item to find for the princess, but if you want to use it, you can.
Theseus, would you like to control the skeletons with this magical bracelet?
I don't know if that's a good idea. Magic doesn't really work well with me.
It would probably
have
fit
faith.
on your finger at this point. It's so big. You're so big. How long does that
It's
last,
alright.
enlargement? Is it 1 minute?
Do you like controlling magical things?
Hmm?
I was like, Tabitha, would you like to control magical? Oh, you had your hand up. Sorry.
I didn't.
Easiest.
Yeah, I'll try. Sure.
You have to
Okay.
slip it on a finger. It's a very small, dainty bracelet. Again, clearly meant for the princess. And when you do, the two skeletons stand at attention and look kind of right at you as if waiting for instruction.
Dance.
And they start like clicking and clacking their feet as if they're doing like a tap dance type thing. It's kind of awkward. Let's see if I can actually roll for that. I guess I can.
Yeah, roll for dance, skeletons. Roll for dance.
That's how you know you're on
Would be a
Sunday Funday.
performance check.
Skeletons making performance checks.
Skeletons.
Look, Lord Blackwell, what do you think of these skeletons? I mean, an honest critique, really. I don't know if you've gone to much theater, but do you think these are properly dancing skeletons right now?
They could use an outfit.
They did roll a nat 20 on that dance.
Their
Oh,
dancing seems perfectly adequate.
these are the perfect dancing skeletons. These are the best. I bet. Here's what I think.
They
I have
are
a theory.
naked though.
I
Yes,
heard-
they need clothes.
I heard of some dancing skeletons from a lich called Dancelicious.
Dance-
And I'm
dance-
wondering if this is Dancelicious, if that's the skull of Dancelicious himself. Because these skeletons are way too advanced. In
That
dance.
does seem likely.
Oh my god.
It is likely now that that lich is the dread Dancelicious.
I just want to picture my
Anyways.
lich dancing on a t-shirt with that on it now. So
Dance
bad.
Dance
You can
Alicious.
roll a history to see if it is dance alicious.
Oh God, I want to. Okay, sorry. I
You
didn't
can
mean to
roll it.
do it. 6. Damn it.
No, you're unsure. You've only ever heard of the dance alicious. You have no idea what it looks like or if this is it.
Would someone else confirm that this is Dancelicious? I need to know this in my life.
If these are his skeletons, you can actually pretty quickly assume, anybody with a decent intelligence, that these skeletons are not connected to the Demilich that you just handed off.
Hell.
Oh. Okay.
Do I need to roll another net 20 intelligence check to figure this out?
It would be a nat. You would roll a nat 20 if you would like. But no, this one's not
I
too
don't-
terribly high. It's not a really high roll to realize that the
I have
Demilich.
zero
Anybody that's
intelligence.
heard of them before would know that skeletons would probably not be in their jam. This would not be that.
It was a worthy theory, though.
It was a worthy theory. Very
It
worthy.
was, yeah.
You read the wrong pamphlet or mix your pamphlets up there, buddy.
Mix your lich pamphlets up. But
I
the
have
skeletons
so many
continue
pamphlets.
to tap
It's in my
dance.
backpack right now. There are so many pamphlets. It's just
Henrietta
stuff
goes,
We're getting a little bored here.
Can you help
Well,
us
let's
dress up
dance with
these
the
skeletons?
skeleton.
Oh, yeah, sure.
and she reaches in a bag, to a couple of her friends, they just like almost surround them. You can't even see it. They're like working and doing, they step back and the skeletons are now clad in some kind of very, nice, like robes and drapes as if they're in formal attire.
Do they say
Alright.
treat yourself on the back of
They
the
sure
robes?
do. They're blue.
All right. I'm actually having a really hard time with like it's cutting out a lot for me. I'm gonna have to come out probably and come back in to the meeting. Is that gonna hurt a lot of stuff? if I do
It
that?
should be all right. Give it a whirl. Just cut out and come back in. We'll see.
Yeah.
It'll cut cameras. Cameras are gonna get wonky here for just a second, gang. James will be back with us in a minute.
Everything is broken, panic!
Oh, there's been it's weird. Like I'm getting some messages. Like some people in chat are seeing like the every once in a while cut, but some people are having some major frame drops. But on my end, it's not saying I have any frame dropping, which is also very strange. So we'll just keep at it because we're almost at the end here, gang. So the goblins have decked them out. The skeletons look appropriate to a formalized party.
Let's go get the princess.
All right, cool. We're all in different
Baby
orders, but we're all back.
Oh man, I can actually hear you now. This is great. I don't have to use context clues.
Oh,
All right.
oh, you couldn't.
I was in a world of hurt over there for a minute.
Fantasy world.
I was in a fantasy world.
fantasy
Okay.
You
world
thought you
of
heard
hurt.
things about dancing skeletons and none of it made sense.
I said dance-alicious. I don't know what happened after that. So-
Looks like everybody stayed the same, but let me just move Celts back where he belongs. Oops, wrong one. And then I'll get everybody back in order. All right, so what is the plan? They seem to be on board with this idea, if this is really the route that you're going. And the princess probably will be here any minute. In fact, you pretty much know that because it seems that the bugbear may be waking.
Oh, slobbers?
Yeah, you can hear it begin to...
We took too long.
Slobbers. You okay, buddy?
I don't think he knows his name is Slobbers.
Oh, you're right. Bugbear. We named you Slobbers in your
It
sleep.
begins like beating on the crate, which has already been weakened.
Is anyone more charismatic than me that can calm this thing down?
Am
Yep.
I still enlarged?
I would say probably at least for another minute or two, but not for very long.
So I'm just gonna grab the crate and hold it from both sides if I can.
Okay, make a strength, and remember you get, what did I say, advantage if it's a strength check?
Correct.
Because it's about to make a strength to try to bust free of this.
Or just rage and you get advantage anyway.
At a 12. All right, let's see if it bursts free of the crate.
Ooh.
Yes.
At a 14. At a 14, you're like, okay, I got it. Boof! And the bugbear breaks free in this kind of terrorized anger. The skeletons still tap dance off to the side, and
You're doing great, skeletons. Keep it up.
they're just like, yeah.
All right. So like, whoa, buddy, calm down. We need you for an important job. Love is at stake.
Make an animal handling check, because you can't really talk to it, but you can try to emotionally talk it down.
What?
Yeah,
It's an
that's.
intelligent being.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah, but can you speak? What do you speak? Goblin?
I speak Goblin
Oh, I guess it would understand you. Yeah. No, you're right. It
from
would.
community college Goblin courses. Yes.
Yeah, I guess it would.
Bugbears aren't the smartest, so-
They're not the smartest, so we'll say it's still going to be some kind of charisma check or persuasion check.
I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's see my career. Oh wow. Oh lord. 15.
15.
I
It's like
don't have a
raging and
great
it's like.
Slobbers, calm down.
Who is Slobbers?
We have named you because you're a friend now.
I have a name.
What is your name?
Shit. It's. It is not Slobbers.
Hey, and it seems to be kind of like coming out of a drug state. Again, it was like on some kind of a tranquilizer or something. I mean, he says, I am.
I am James, the bugbear.
James, that's a great name.
Is it?
I
I've been
love.
told such.
Did you know, by the way, per capita, as a survey done last year in the Kingdom of Ravencia, that James is a #1 name for people who are successful.
Well, I am a bugbear.
Doesn't mean you can't be successful. Bugbears are well, they're not, but they're people.
What do you want and why am I here? You trapped me.
I didn't trap you. The princess trapped you. Well, not
We
the
brought you
princess.
here specifically with the idea to let you out of the box.
Right.
This is true.
You have
Well,
done
actually,
so.
her father, the Lord, trapped him.
Look around you. There are goblinettes everywhere.
The
Do you want a
goblinettes are
party?
like,
Oh, yeah. We have set you into the perfect scenario in which you are wanted by some of the finest goblins.
Oh, someone.
did we lose
Here we
James
lost
again?
Celts.
Oh, we lost Celts.
Oh, counts.
Oh, he'll come back to us, and if he doesn't,
Okay.
we're gonna keep going. I'll fix
Yeah.
cameras. So the bugbears kind of takes this in. The goblinettes come over, and they begin to like pet it and touch it. They seem very
You're
interested.
doing good, goblinettes.
It still wants to know what it is doing here. Because somebody took it from its home, probably.
You are here to prove yourself in battle against a princess.
Well,
you
not
win-
anymore.
No.
Not anymore.
No?
Can
You are here.
can War go up to it and like stick his paw out and be like, high five,
It high fives you.
fight me?
What?
You want me?
Things are getting very complicated.
Now it's
I don't know what we're doing here right now. I'll be honest. Look, ideally, the princess is going to come through right here. There is an asshole in the back who wants to marry her. We're just here for the party.
Oh, I see.
So if you can help us with that, like
Can I keep
I have
the
my
cave?
license to marry people. I can marry people off. That's a license I have.
I don't care about your marriage. I would like
No,
to know
to
if
party
I can
with these
keep
goblins.
the cave.
That's what you would like,
No,
right?
I don't want to party with goblins. I want to keep the cave.
Oh yeah, no one's going to care about this cave, and also someone's going to keep it up for maybe maybe that we can really rent this place out for other marriages. I'm thinking that we have a
It
business here.
speaks in Goblin to the rest of the Goblin, just right over top
Yeah.
of you. It got the information it needed, and it was like, he goes, Goblinettes, who would like to party? And the Goblinettes go, and they start like partying. And one of them begins playing music. A couple of them break out drums. It seems that a party is about to ensue right under the entrance of this place.
Love it.
This event has gotten out of hand.
In addition to this, I have one more check to make because there is one creature that still has not wakened from its sleep.
The gelatinous cube. Guys, we're
Right.
screwed.
And the mimic.
Oh
be right
yes,
back.
and the mimic.
No, but the mimic is already intimidated by
The
me.
mimic has in fact hung out. Let's hang on. Let's see if it. The gelatinous cube bursts free as it awakes from the as this is happening. The party begins. The gelatinous cube bursts free of its crate that it was in. It now kind of in the middle of the space. It's picking up debris, pieces of wood, all kinds of
Cleaning up
strange
for
things.
us. How
I know this cavern seems crowded, but there is always room for Jello.
And I guess it's a party? The princess eventually shows up.
Before that happens, I want to take War Turtle aside. I want to say, can you take the mimic into the back and set it up with, what's his name? I forgot. He did not say his name often enough.
Bart,
can
Bart
you-
the princess later.
That's the one. Can you tell the mimic to turn into a hoopa? Because
what?
that is romantic. It is a Jewish arc under which people get married or engaged. Or stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
You want the bugbear to carry the?
No, I want War Turtle to carry the
War
mimic back to Bert and have that thing become a hoopa.
I just came back to that and I approve the plan. I don't know what you just said.
All right.
Yep.
All you would need to do, it would pretty much do what you asked it to. At this port, War Turtle. Yeah, it would pretty much
So
do
he'll let-
what you want. So you want to take it all the way back and leave it with Bert the Dragon Slayer?
Yes, and I'm going to tell it as in a stern tone of voice that make a pretty arch for them to get married underneath. And if he tries any funny business to you, you have my permission to eat him. But not the princess.
Okay. Fun times. So as you walk into the end of this space, I am going to need you to make a, I'm going to need you to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, just the wisdom saving throw. I should have used. Oh, I guess I didn't need my advantage. I got a
Beautiful.
15.
Great. Okay. You make it, but as you walk into the back area of this cavern where all of this is being set up, and the mimic goes straight up and makes the arch over top of Bert the Dragon Slayer, who now stands there in this kind of like unanimated state. His eyes have rolled into the back of his head. He holds the skull in his hands. And about this time, from the front of the cavern, you hear, "Salutations, fair travelers! It's Princess Penelope Periwinkle. I'm here."
Oh shit, oh shit.
Everything has turned out perfectly. Let us commence.
And her father comes in behind her. "I look forward to seeing my daughter succeed."
Oh, she will
Shit.
succeed in love. Dancing skeletons, dance!
And they're like, as they come down, the father looks extraordinarily confused. There's a horde of very, interesting women, that are goblinettes that are dancing around, grinding on a bugbear.
Yeah,
There's
that
a
sounds
gelatinous cube that it's beginning to absorb a few of the goblinettes.
Oops, that was an oops. That was not something I had intended, by the way, but
It's
you know
not a
what?
party unless someone dies.
Buy a gelatinous cube, right?
Anybody else want to add anything? Because the princess is like, "Guess I'm gonna get started. Do I need to kill everything, or do I just go right in?"
Oh,
It is up to you.
There's-
Your tactics
Oh, I'm not-
are part of the test.
At this point,
Wonderful. And she starts like walking.
all right.
And you watch as the princess disappears into darkness through the first
I feel like I'm the wedding planner now, and I have like the clipboard. And I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna go. I'm gonna follow her now. Don't worry, we have the dancing skeletons in the first room. They're gonna come back to us. Let's come out to the cave now, to the cavern.
So you guys just leave this happening?
I go up to the father and say, "This will surely end horribly. Can we get paid now?"
Yes, of course. The trunk with your treasures is outside the entrance above. Enjoy.
Thank you, and have a lovely day. Come on, friends, let us depart.
I'm still in there with the ledge, you mother.
All right, do you come back to join them? What is your plan?
My plan is to get the hell out.
I'm trying to deal with like not actually killing the princess because War, much like Bert, actually cares about the princess. I don't know why, but this is a decision I made, and I think actually he'll try to stop the princess from going into the room.
Okay, how
Because-
would you like to do that? Because she crosses the bridge only after stopping momentarily to realize that she can see up her own dress.
Oh yeah.
And she
Oh.
says, "My,
Oh, yeah.
what a horrifying angle!" And she covers herself as she crosses.
What he's going to do is run to the end of the bridge.
Okay.
And turtles are like 450 pounds, and he's going to retreat into his shell and be utterly impassable.
Okay. She's gonna try to make a strength check to move you, which we know how that's going to go.
I have advantages on strength checks in my shell.
I was about to
As-
say, you may not. She has to make one against you, which I don't think is going to be a problem. But let's just quick. Yeah, no, no way. She's like, she's like, move, move.
Oh, wedding
The dungeon's
planner Henry
hard.
Sterling.
And
As now.
with the princess, the Demilich, the war turtle, literally, and the rest of our crew standing outside staring at what is a plethora and lifetime worth of treasure, goods, and gold. And the sound of a party from inside rings true into the night. Will the princess ever become an adventurer? Will Bert the Dragon Slayer fall prey to the Demilich? And
Or to marriage? I mean, that's falling prey to something.
or get married to the Demilich. Or will the father reign supreme, gaining access to all of Princess Penelope Periwinkle's fortune? That's where unfortunately we have to end today's. Unless you guys want to, spawn back. Basically, you guys can ping yourself home.
Nope, I'm not. He will die here in his shell. He's not letting the princess anywhere near the Demilich.
Okay, and just so you know, Henry was about to do some ninja shit to try to get Princess Periwinkle out off the turtle shell because this is love. I am now a ninja.
You want to try to fight it and deliver her to the Demilich?
Yes.
I will let you make a single dexterity roll to try to get her up and over.
His name is now Door Turtle.
Door Turtle. Well, I am the Kung Fu lover, and I must make sure. So 13 actually plus.
Oh, I was about to say, tell me what it's
3.
plus. All right, at an 18, you boost her up and over. You do not make it up and over, but you manage to get the princess up and over. She scuttles, dress in hand, past the tortoise, into the room, where she simply walks forward, placing her hand on the Demilich's head, and the two of them are now united under the Demilich and a mimic, literally, forever and eternity, as they act as vessels for his evil corruption moving forward.
Oh,
Well, at least we set up future adventures, guys. Way to go.
Yep, good job. Now we have a Demilich twinsies type weird set walking about.
And a mimic archway.
I love you, mimic archway.
For those
All
in
of
chat,
you.
it was in fact an insurance policy that Dad was trying to pay out on, but he had to make it look like an accident.
Well, she's dead now.
Accidents for nobles.
Yep.
It was for love. That's all what Henry was doing, okay?
So this was a blast. Not at all how I expected this to go. But you guys never fail to surprise me. It looks like unfortunately
You
may
weren't
have lost
expecting an
Kels,
actual a marriage party?
no.
Or an actual
Bert, of
dungeon?
course, was our chaos for this. Was the paid for chaos, which is its own special thing. And yeah, so let's just go around. You guys let us know who you are, where we can find you, what other things you may be doing on the internet, and please feel free to drop links direct into chat if you want to link anybody to a page or something that's going on that you are involved in. And let's go backwards this time. We're gonna start with Theater Nerd.
Cool. Hi. My name is Theater Nerd. You can find me at Theater Nerd 221 everywhere on all the things. If you hunt me down on Instagram, I have posted a picture every day this year, with the exception of one night I fell asleep and posted a picture at 3 a.m. the next morning. So it only kind of didn't count. I mean, I posted a picture. I've had a picture for every day this year. I'm also in about 2 hours in another D&D adventure where I play a little bit more serious of a character.
Then this? How?
What? No.
But I also do Twitch. I'm trying to get some Dungeons and Dragons and stuff set up of my own. Celts and I are actually in a Call of Cthulhu game over on Uncanny Adventures tomorrow.
Very cool.
Where my character professed her love to a 50-year-old prospector because we're playing in the Wild West. That was fun. And true love, man.
I think that was the theme of this adventure anyways, was true love,
Yep. At the end, it definitely turned into true love.
That's what I got.
Oh, yeah. I think a much better union than what they had initially planned.
True love stopped a raging barbarian. It has to be true. Anyway, yeah, that's all for me. I hang out in Discord often. And if you see somebody with Theater Nerd 221, it's probably me. So.
That is highly likely, yeah.
That is.
Ooh,
highlight.
actually, can I plug one more thing?
Yeah, of course you can. That's what this is for.
I'll have to hunt. I'll probably put the link in Discord. But I actually submitted an essay for a non-binary book of essays.
Ooh.
Kind of how I find a media representation important for the LGBT. It was my particular essay. So if you have a few dollars to throw at it, I really think this is an important project, and I'll be throwing a few dollars when I can afford to do so after my stupid car.
Yeah, but you're gonna get back today. Woo, car.
No.
Oh.
Monday.
Oh.
Today's Sunday.
Monday. Tomorrow.
Yes.
Monday is soon.
Well, yeah, so
Awesome.
toss some links out at us, and make sure you drop it in the Discord, too, when it's available.
It is up already. Let
Oh,
me hunt
perfect.
those down. I
Yeah, I
will
was gonna
do
say,
that.
yeah, drop some links while everybody else goes around. That's Kels, the black box there, was with us. I have a suspected feeling he probably had a family thing. He's got a whole slew of girls in his life, his own goblinettes to deal with. So he probably had to hop out for a little bit. But you can find Kelt on a few different places. I believe he plays in a Vampire the Masquerade game. And you said he's in this Call of Cthulhu one with you. And he hangs a lot in my Discord as well. So if you want to chat with him and learn more about him, that's a great place to do it.
He's good people.
He is great people. And like I said, it's funny, my very first online stream D&D game, he was in. It was also an open community game, and that's how I met Kels, actually. And Paladin Hulk.
Hi, I'm Paladin Hulk. I am a Twitch moderator for Geekspace TV and Random Tuesday. And Random Tuesday is right about to do Stargate over on Roll For It, which I was a moderator for until 2 days ago, 1 day ago. Very recent. And I recommend you all go there after this to watch some
That's where we're gonna
Stargate
raid.
goodness, because they're going to ruin whatever planet they go to, because that's how they roll.
Yes. In fact, that is how they roll. Let's see. I was about to say, if they're up, we'll actually just plan to... Yeah, they're up, so we'll raid them once this is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. We'll just plan to raid them. Very cool. Next up, moving right along to Control. How thanks for coming out. This isn't your first time, is it, playing on the channel?
I think it is.
Is it? Okay, I couldn't remember. Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. So hi, I'm Control Freak. You can find me at Control Freak with the 34K. Basically everywhere, although Twitch and Twitter are the only places that I really do anything currently anymore. I'm currently streaming strategy games mostly, although I am trying to get some various role-playing things up and running, so watch this space, maybe, possibly, we will see. You'll find out, yes. So that's me.
All right, very cool. Yeah, make sure you post, like I said, if you have links, go ahead and drop them there, but post it in the Discord too, so that everybody can get access to it. And last but certainly not least, personal friend, how are you, James?
I'm okay.
Also, clearly you're a
I'm really
bugbear
good.
now too.
Oh, no. And no, this is a great day for morning wine. If you never had morning wine, by the way, this is my first shot at it. I like it. To be honest, it's pretty good. Anyways, my name is James Stiver. I am the DM for the Loot and Dagger podcast. I know for streamers, they go, ooh, podcasters, ooh. No, but I also like to stream sometimes. Thanks to Chelsea, I'm actually able to stream.
I forced him into it. I was like, you have to
She
come do this
forces
thing.
me into it. But I'm absolutely having a great time. Everyone here was wonderful, and thank you so much. You guys are really wonderful role players, and I really enjoyed playing with you guys. So yeah, I do. I am the DM for Loot and Dagger podcast. You can check us out anywhere. You can type into a Google search Loot and Dagger podcast. And I'm also on another podcast. I'm also on Stellar Arcanum.
Oh yeah. Talk about that one.
So that's a weird one. That's a science fiction podcast, D&D. So we actually do like space adventure, still using the 5th edition rule set. So I am a halfling paladin, the tiniest little guy who's just a space cop, basically. It's a lot of fun to play. So I get to break out my Boston accent, which I never get to do anywhere else. So
Are you using any like supplements for that? To
No,
do D&D in space?
it's just Dungeon Dragons in space. So if it's a laser gun, you can say, all right, well, take a short, or like a crossbow or something, and just
Hand
reskin it.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, hand crossbow. So we just went up against a chrome dragon,
Oh,
and
cool.
that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And we have
Are
like
you sure it
space.
was a real dragon and not a pseudo dragon, like Bert?
I'm pretty
Firefox
sure
dragon.
it wasn't. He said table dragon, so I don't know. He said table
it was
dragon.
sitting on a
God.
table.
God.
It was sitting on a
See-
table. I feel like it was more like a coffee book dragon than anything else. Like it
It's
It
was.
With somebody's
was a
familiar,
dragon-shaped candle that he accidentally spilled on himself.
He knocked it down.
Like, "Ooh!"
See,
Oh.
the thing that really was amazing about that whole sequence was my character's patron is literally a 2 foot long dragon.
Yeah. There you
So
go.
were you worried that he killed your patron? Were you like, whoa?
There was this little bit of hang
Is
on.
that mine?
Yeah, how does Chelsea know that? yeah, it's awesome. Oh, awesome. And I'm Dot. This is my channel where I do Sunday fun days like this once a month, though depending on interest we may have to start doing more Sunday fun days. We have availability, I believe, in one of the March games for the next round of Sunday fun days. We'll have another one in February. Unfortunately, this one was supposed to be January, but I was ill last weekend, like so sick. So we pushed it back into whatever
Probably
was
my
in.
fault. I think I was sick whenever we all hung out.
Was
the
that
day
you?
thing.
I was so
It might have
mad
been
after I left that party that night because I felt like such crap, and then I got it the next morning.
Oh, that was totally me because I think
your fault.
I think Tiffany got sick too.
Oh God, it was awful. Like I was very ill. But that being said, I am back to my 100% Dot powers. Yeah, so check me out. Like I said, you can follow me there. I'm gonna drop some social links here. I've got a Discord. Which is my
a great
preferred.
Discord.
Yeah, it's an awesome place. All these people are there. You can come chat with us, and that's where you can find out more information about Sunday Fun Days. There's also 2 forums where you can find games, or if you're looking for players, you can go post and search for players as well. So that is a great resource available to you simply for showing up and hanging out.
Can I just say,
yeah.
quick before we go, I love the Goblinettes. I love
Yeah,
them for
so
the
good.
charity stream. Like, I have to go back and watch it, but like, I want to do the orc fraternity cosplay because I'm a glutton for punishment and wearing makeup.
Are you kidding
Really,
me?
that one wouldn't be that hard to do. That's like,
I
cosplay
imagine like pop
for the
collars
most
for
part.
some reason, and like
Oh, total tools.
yeah,
Yeah.
super tools.
Now, this year for Dragon Con, Chelsea, I know you'll be there. I'll probably be some kind of orc fraternity bro.
Oh God. So are you?
Oh, yeah.
What
That
I'm
is
hearing that you guys
awesome.
want me to be a goblinette?
Yes.
Is that what? That's what I'm
Yes.
hearing?
Can we make
That's
this a
that's
thing?
that's what I wasn't gonna say out loud, but I think now we have to say it out
I'll
loud.
donate extra money to make it happen.
We'll
Whatever
make
you
a
need.
goblinette.
Let's do this.
Somewhere, you know what? Okay, if I can find it, I will post for all of you. If you join the Discord today, I will post on Sunday Funday. I actually played a goblin in a web series one time, and I have a picture of me in goblin form. What Dot looks like as a goblin, green goblin and all. So I'll post it in the Discord after this if I can go. I gotta go find it, but it's out there. I swears it. But I am Dot. I play a lot of tabletop RPGs with awesome people like this all over the internet. If you missed at the top, I had mentioned as of tomorrow, I'm kind of going full time, at least until another job appears. And if things go well, maybe I'll just get to stream full time. So yeah, I appreciate the support that came in today, and the support you're going to see hopefully over the next few weeks, which I would like to get to the point where I can pay my players. That is my next big goal. So just stay tuned for that. Next week, let's see, we got all kinds of things. Tuesdays, you can catch me over on Unmade Gaming's channel. Wednesdays, you can catch me on the North by Northwest podcast, and right back here, where we are going to be going into the 3rd episode of Fate of the Appliance Wars.
Have to catch up.
Yes. So if you like Brave Little Toaster, you will love this. It's kind of a darker version of, if you can believe that, of the idea where everybody plays appliances, sentient appliances. Thursdays, I am now GMing over on Pro Restarter's channel for a quaint little game called The Little Things, where everybody is playing adolescent children in a D&D homebrew world that I have created. And
Really good.
It's
It's really good, you guys.
Just-
Like, there's a Loxodon kid, and that's just that's so
cute.
good.
And the role players are incredible. I was just our first episode ripped me apart. Like I was so jonesed after our first episode. I was like, this series is gonna be great. So you can check that out. I believe the VOD is up if you want to catch up on the first episode. Probably one of my highlights as a GM. Just that game felt so on point. So yeah, I'm in love. And then on Saturdays you can catch me over on my Home Away from Home Roll for It, where I'm in a Vampire the Masquerade campaign, which is It's going
Wait,
well, right?
I haven't seen the last episode, so no spoilers.
It's going well. I'm gonna say that. You can roll an insight check and see if you can tell whether or not I'm lying.
I
Okay.
saw some comments.
Ooh, it's special. I have said in my Discord I will not be discussing the episode until it releases after the one that Roll For It is. Like, it'll release to YouTube. Once the bot is out, it is free game for Chelsea to start talking spoilers, because holy crap, holy.
So mute that channel now is what you're telling me?
Yeah, just stay away from it until you are caught up, because holy my, oh my. Thanks.
It's next on my list to watch.
It is going to be big. So, speaking of watching, Roll For It is currently live. Like I said, they're my home away from home. I adore them. I love them. Let's go raid them and show them some of the dot love. So, let's see. Here we go. We're going to count down. Say goodbye to all these cool people. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Also, don't do anything Bert wouldn't do. Don't do anything Bert wouldn't do.
Like commitment.
Like commit. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
All right, raid is counting down.
Here we go.
Here we go. Bye. All right. Raiding now. And we're free.